Sorry I was a little bit late, but look, let's be honest. Is it really a Cornville three-way stream if I'm not late? Um, I'm beginning to think that no, it's not. Yeah, so look, a little bit of a late change. I know I had promised Tracy Hamill, but unfortunately they have had some unavoidable things come up. So don't worry, Tracy will definitely be here again soon. We'll just reschedule that for a time that works better. So I am going to use that as an excuse for being late because I want to make sure because we had a really great stream planned, which I mean. Every time Tracy's on, it's always a great stream, but we had some calls planned there, so I didn't want to do those tonight without her, so we'll push that to when she's on. So I had to find another call, but really, we didn't finish off the go fuck your fucking cocksuckers call, so this is the perfect opportunity for that. So really, I can't blame Tracy because I was just late off my own accord, but as Lorne has told us, if you can blame someone else, always do that. So I do look forward to having Tracy on very soon. So let's say hello to Spencer Silvera. Hi, sir. Zachary Slut Stanford, Carrot Gaming, Winnie's boyfriend slash husband, Mandy S. Second time I've seen you today, Mandy S. Good to see you again. Second time I've seen you today, Jeff W. Always a pleasure. And you, Rachel D. We really have to stop running into each other like this. But actually, no, let's not. Let's keep running into each other like this. Plant Terror. Conzanton. Turd Ferguson. Funny hat. It's funny hat. Funny name. Becca. Who else we got? Tranquillo. Lawns Wet Salad. G'day, mate. The Guy. Evil Little McNuggets. How are you, precious? Mutang and Laura. Hi, Laura. And Whoopie Pie and Bitter Almonds. And John Fishman. And yes, Jeff W., I was extremely tardy, and I do try to make it up for it with my music, so I hope I have done that there. The Time Machine, Pushy Destroyer, and Ilri. G'day, mate. I'm looking forward to us continuing down the Taking a Broad track tomorrow. And you have a very strong image of Cornville Three-Way as an Australian punk goth in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I love it. Maybe, man. La Senorita. Frosted Tips, Evil Little McNuggets. Will probably regret sharing this, but at one point in my life, I definitely had Frosted Tips. And I look back at those photos now and I want to give myself an uppercut. But yeah, 100%. I had a few years there where I had Frosted Tips. We all do stupid shit when we're young. Who else we got here? Horatio Nelson. Smokey the Cat. All the way absurd. Frank Belville. And Anthony R. And Cybersqueak. G'day, Cybersqueak. Fantastic stream we did yesterday, I thought. Which of course it always is. And actually, while we're on Cybersqueak, if providing that she pull through this COVID that she's got, which I'm sure will happen. We are planning a stream, I think, at the end of this week, where we are going to be premiering another Reborn call, which I'm very excited about. Frank Belville, did I say hello to you? Can't remember. In any case, hello again if I did. Tracy Hamill. Oh, no tears, Tracy. We'll stream soon. I'm all out of place now. Egbert. Sheffrey's second floor. Fuck off upstairs, Sheffrey. And I will definitely play some Uncanny X-Men or Brian Mannix Bitter Almonds. I like both of those. Voice to Voice. And Cyber, she is spending time with her fucking baby. Get that fucking baby out of our lives, Tracy. God, I'm all over the place tonight. Jason Spears, g'day, mate. Um, do I attract hornbags with my frosted tips, Laura? Hornbags. I have not heard that expression for a long time. Clover, Cindy 32, Den Fourth Anchors. Julia Weingartner. Winnie Syllables. Um, do I get everyone? Slothcat. G'day, Slothcat. Jason Sanders. Lawn Leg Week. Cool. I think I got everyone. If I missed you, shout at me. Yell at me, why don't you? Stacey Steele. There you go. G'day, Stacey. Righto, guys. Let's go. So, if I don't know if everyone remembers correctly. Oh, Duchess of Cornville, great to see you. I don't know if everyone remembers correctly, but where we left off, what had previously happened is Lorne is super angry that Debbie had the audacity to, go on a date, which is weird, seeing that, they're not dating, and then also, how rude of her to let him know plenty ahead of time that she's not going to be able to have a call tonight because she's on a date. So this has set Lorne off, and that's where we pick up from. So I'm going to go back about a minute or so from where we left off.
I'm supposed to act
But I didn't
like
want you to come out and say. I didn't want you to come out and say that there's no chance.
Lauren, have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Do you remember at one point Lloyd is talking to
Yeah, I know.
the one?
So you think there's a chance?
Right. That's exactly who you are. You are that guy.
No, I am not that guy.
Yes.
This guy actually gives a fuck about you.
Well, I think
this guy has every reason to give a fuck about you. This guy has every reason to give a fuck about you. He does. It's not your looks that he gives a fuck about. He's not basing anything that he gives a fuck about you on your looks.
Well, who said that anyone was?
So you seem to be big on that. I think that everybody is going to judge somebody off their looks. So I weren't raised that way. I give a fuck about the person.
Right.
They can be the best looking fucking person in the world, but if they're a shitty person on the inside, who the fuck wants to be with them?
Hmm. Right.
I never knew exactly what you look. All I was doing was going by what Emma and Dan told me, and Winnie told me, and you told me.
Right.
Well, Emma and Winnie told me that Winnie looked like fucking Casey Morrow. She don't look like Casey Morrow. Where the fuck did they ever get that?
I have no idea.
So why should I believe you look like fucking Malibu Barbie?
All right, guys. Sorry, I finally got the template up, and I just want to say thanks to AsburyBrad for the streamer tonight. Yeah, I'll eventually sort out what the fuck I'm doing. I am all out of sorts tonight, so I appreciate everyone sticking in there.
I don't care.
I never went off your looks.
Right, because you don't know what I look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the picture that your brother had on there.
Right.
So yeah, if that's really you on there, then yeah, I do know what you look like now.
Okay.
It still fucking throws me for a loop why you wouldn't want to send me a picture if I already know what you look like.
Because you go crazy over things. Look at
I
what
don't go
happened.
crazy over things.
Are you kidding? This whole conversation has been crazy. The million times that you've hung.
And g'day, Witchert and Sadface09, Sean McClure. G'day to you, Ramona's Diaper. Hope you are well. Yeah, hello. Oh, Tiffany Rose. Hello to yourself and brown-eyed pig cools, Chatchabate Billy.
Up on me this whole time has been crazy, and I don't want you jerking off to it. That would be disgusting.
Oh, you give me a fucking break.
You
I don't
probably
use
jizzed all
pictures
over the
when I
postcard
jerk
I
off
sent you.
anyway. I don't use what?
You probably jizzed
What'd you
all over
just
the
say?
postcard that I sent you.
Oh my God, are you serious?
It's stuck to
You
your
probably are
nightstand.
serious. I don't know why I'm asking that. You probably are serious.
Yeah, I know.
Just g'day mate. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, it's Winnie's boyfriend / husband. So he's bored and in a hotel room apparently. So he's decided to join us. But you know, most people that's not what they do when they get into hotel rooms. But you know. Thanks for
Yeah.
jumping on.
Yeah, thanks for letting me on. Yeah, I'm sitting here in the middle of Pennsylvania in a hotel room all alone and bored. I weaseled my way onto Vast Ravioli stream earlier, and now I'm weaseling my way onto this one.
So this is just your game now. You just basically hang around in streams and beg to come on.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hang on, mate. Let me just share my screen so you can hear this. Rightio. Let's keep going.
Jeez. I have never jerked off to a picture in a magazine or anything else. I have a very good imagination.
Right. So you remember the picture in your.
And like honestly, with his predilections and what we know about, I would obviously as long as it's overage porn, I would prefer him to jerk off to porn. I don't want his thoughts involved in his sessions. You know?
Yeah. Do I sound okay right now?
A little bit echoey, but not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, I would much prefer him because he does always talk about that he has a good imagination. I could not imagine what he thinks because he doesn't even know what a vagina looks like. So what is he imagining?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, it's another one of these virtue signaling that he does where like, oh, I don't even watch porn. Like, there's nothing, like, as long as it is, legal, consensual porn, like, there's nothing wrong with that. No one's sitting there going, oh, well, he's tried to fuck a whole heap of kids, but at least he won't watch porn. Like, that doesn't get you, no one's going, oh, that's great, you don't watch porn, Lorne. Like, fucking watch porn, like, if you want to. This is not instructions to everyone. I'm not ordering people to watch porn.
Yeah,
but you don't get any you don't get any good guy points, Lorne, for not watching porn.
No.
Your brain, and then that's
picture
what
of what?
you do. Of what?
Oh, of the one. No, I create my own image in my fucking brain. And why do I need to tell you that? What do you?
Debbie's laugh says it all there. And g'day,
Yeah.
Daft Cracks and David Kendrick and Ruby Roo and Lorne's mother Gwen's twink toilet. That's a good one. Crocker Jones as well.
You do.
It's none of your business. That's disgusting.
No. I'm telling you my business. You tell me your business.
No.
What?
Who do you think just joined Cybersqueak? I was talking to the president of Italy, so I missed your name. Who do you think it is?
It's that motherfucker. And not Cornville three-way pornography aficionado is Smokey the Cat. Okay.
Mom, Cornville Thruway told me to watch more porn.
It's too late for you, Eel.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be honest with me on that one. Because you obviously didn't hear anything that I just asked you.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so why are you so private with me when I'm so open with you?
Because you take things to the next level. I'm pretty open with my friends to a certain degree. I'm also very, very private. That's the way that I've always been. You, Winnie, fucking Emma, if she's monitoring my Facebook, tells you everything. Anyway, you guys talk about me all the time.
I don't tell them to tell me.
And then you take that as your truth and you throw it in my face and I get a stupid text message and I just have to say, okay, here we go. Lauren's acting like a child again. Countdown to when he apologizes and tells me that I'm so special.
Well, really, you are.
Yeah,
So she knows the lawn loop pretty well, and
Right.
and that is his response to it. Like, she's basically just said how ridiculous you are. We do this, you apologise, then you say I'm so special, and he's like, you are. Like, she's making fun of you for the way you just say shit that has no meaning and no no levity. Fucking, but he doesn't even get it. He's just like, oh, well, she is special.
He didn't drop an awesome though. Like, she's so fucking awesome and so fucking special.
that's right. He didn't do that. And g'day, Cornville counsellor and buck dancer. And yes, Cyber, it is just Winnie's boyfriend / husband. I would have got asked you if you wanted to jump on, but I don't know how you're travelling sickness wise.
I know.
You haven't ran away when I've had some of my problems. You actually stuck around and helped me, and that was
right. And so I've been
really
trying to help
special
you as a friend, which is exactly what a friend would do. But you can't do that. And that's the reason why I don't tell you a bunch of shit. Because if I do, it's somehow going to get thrown into my face and used against me and all of that. I'm not interested. It's really disappointing that we have to have these conversations as often as we do. Telling someone that you're not interested in dating them, you want to be their friend, you want to speak to them, you want to help them through whatever it is that they need to go through, because right now it's a lot of stuff. And I think I can help you do that, but you don't let me, because right above that is you wanting to have a romantic relationship, and it's just not there.
It never should have been like it was.
Okay, whatever that is, whatever you have in your head, it's not like how it was. We're going to draw the line in the sand again, which is what I thought we did, and we're going to forget it. And we're going to move on. We're not going to forget it. Why? So you can torture yourself?
Why?
So we can continue to have the same conversation that is so fucking boring. I mean, if anyone else had to listen to this, they would just be rolling their eyes. That's how pathetic it is.
Because before you was in the hospital, I loved it.
Okay,
when you was in the hospital, I loved it. Because it was like
Yeah, when you're in the hospital with life-threatening injuries and so high on medication that you weren't in control of yourself, I loved it.
It really shows Lauren's nature.
Pretty rapey, really. You know.
Do I sound okay still? A little echoey, but you can hear me okay?
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. You just sound a bit far away.
Okay.
Okay. But that's like really what he's saying there. How is that much different from saying, when you were so drunk that you couldn't say, no to me? I loved it. Like that's essentially what he's getting at there.
And he doesn't. He doesn't understand when he says that. Like what you just said. It's like I loved it when I was able to take advantage of you.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. G'day, Misfits71 and Rick Borum.
I actually getting to see you that I didn't see before then when I was with Winnie and you were in California. Instead, when you were in California, it seemed like you were trying to purposely act like a bitch to me. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know her. She's acting like a complete bitch to me.
Look at the relationship you and Winnie had. If you guys actually were together in the same room.
He just mocked her.
Yeah.
Domestic violence all day.
Hey, fuck up upstairs.
No, because I don't hit women.
It doesn't mean that you're just going to punch someone. That's not necessarily just domestic violence. It could be that you're not allowing her to leave. You lock the door and block her way. Could be you're holding on to her so she can't move. There's a ton of stuff that goes along with domestic violence.
Yeah.
Any kind of way of intimidation, scaring her, screaming at the top of your lungs when you're fucking wasted.
If I stood in front of the door and blocked her way out, I'd be afraid of her going out and doing something fucked up, getting hurt.
Okay, right there.
Mm-hmm.
You almost think Lauren is about to agree with Debbie. Like the way he starts that sentence, it's almost like he's going to give an example of what abuse is, like not physically.
Well, yeah, and to be honest, and this is another time where, I have given Lorne far more credit than he deserves. When I first heard this call and he started that sentence with, if I blocked her away, whatever it was, I honestly thought he was going to end that sentence with something along the lines of that would be abuse, and I would amend my, if I ever did that, I would hate myself or some shit. But it's not. He basically just said, well, as long as there's a reason.
He justifies it. I have this snippet, like this 3-minute snippet on my channel on the Worst of Lauren series because, yeah, just like we were saying, you think he's given an example where he's going to say, that is abuse. You're right, Debbie. I understand now. But he doubles down on it.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, I can abuse somebody if it means that she won't go out and do drugs. No, you don't care if she's going to go out and do drugs. You're afraid she's going to go out and fuck some guy.
Well,
That's all
that's
you
right.
care.
And that when he says go and do something stupid, that is one of the things he would be meaning, is that, that's something stupid. But like, where is the line for him? Where is the line with stupid? Leaving him, is that something stupid? Because in his mind, he would believe that them being together is the best thing for both of them. And on top of that, he honestly thinks that domestic violence is limited to physical abuse. Like, he thinks as long as I'm not punching, it's all good. Like, I don't think he could even grasp the concept of, emotional abuse, financial abuse, any of that kind of stuff, which he would, because he wouldn't want her
He
to
does
have
it now.
Yeah, because he
emotional abuse.
he wouldn't want her to have a job, because that's where you can meet people to fuck when you have a job. So she couldn't have a job, so she would have no chance to earn money for herself to get out of this awful situation she somehow landed herself in. Well, emotional abuse, like you say, is basically every phone call. Like, it's he's just such a shit human.
Big time.
And g'day, Dr. Cunt. And g'day, Honest. And I wasn't referring to you both as shit humans. Clearly, only Lorne.
Someone else.
And
Where
me.
I've heard you guys on the phone and you're screaming, and I've heard you screaming at your brother, throwing shit around, hitting him.
Hitting him. He hit me too. He was actually on the side of the fucking.
It doesn't matter. Right, exactly. So you're going to
He did it too, Mum. He did it too.
justify it all day long. Exactly.
But that doesn't
So
mean
if
that you
she's
call the cops
there-
on us. That's brotherly love. We've done that all our life.
Oh, yeah.
I can
totally. And
honestly
that's what you
say
would say
I've
with Winnie.
never
Oh, no, I love
actually
her.
fought my brothers.
We scrap like that all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
when he was doing drugs,
Yeah, and that's all right. I don't. My brother and I don't get along. There's quite an age difference between us, but I don't think we've ever cared about each other enough to fight each other.
Wow.
But in saying that, yeah, 100%. I never fought my brother either.
Obviously I've had verbal fights, but I've never like fisticuffed with my brothers. You know.
No.
So yeah, because I have a whole range of, because I have 6 brothers, so the youngest one is 14 years younger than me. So
fucking like Royal Rumble if you guys got into it.
Oh, it's big time. Yeah, big time. But I have an older brother. I have brothers the same age. I have a brother younger. Relationships are different, depending on age and stuff. But we've never squared up and beat the shit out of each other. It's just Lauren thinks that that's perfectly okay.
Absolutely, and I think he thinks that's charming in some ways. Look, I think it also feeds back into his country boy bullshit.
Exactly.
We're just knockabout country boys, baby. Not like you
knockabout country boys.
Not like you city slickers.
City clitters, you mean?
That's right, city clitters. My bad. And g'day, Rageville version, you cockfuck. And a Pee-wee the Great.
I love cockfuck.
Yeah, it's such a great word. G'day, Gorilla Spawn. And Herpes von Clustus. Herpes von Clustus says, hi, three-way, had big surgery today, but they sent me home with some interesting codeine syrup. Those kids are always talking about time for some lawn. Codeine and lawn. The match made in heaven. And g'day, Cody S. and Will Smith. Love to Jada, mate.
She had me stressed right out.
The point is, Lauren, you guys had a horrible relationship. It was extremely abusive and unproductive.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so as her sister, I'm going to stand in the way of that. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. And if you're the problem, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you to go fuck off. I'm going to tell you that you need to work on yourself and you need to allow Winnie to get better. But you didn't want to do that. I love her.
So instead, you took and pretended like you liked me to get me away from Winnie.
That wasn't the point. No. It was just flirting. Where are you now?
I just pulled in my house. I got these 2x6s that I
Stole.
got down in the hallway.
Stole.
car,
that part's great. He doesn't even hear what Debbie said because he goes, "I got these two 2x4s that I," and he pauses. And Debbie goes, "Stole."
You know what? I actually missed that. Let's go back.
Yeah, go ahead, go back. It's one of those times where
I just pulled
Tiffany
in
is
my house.
so quick-witted.
Yeah.
Like,
And she really is. I mean, that's one of the things that adds to Tiffany's calls is just how quick she is, and it just he misses them so often.
I got these 2x6s that I
Stole.
got down in the hallway in the car. But the point, oh shit. The point was that there was more than flirting in my head and with what you were doing. If you knew what you were doing, then you wouldn't have done the stuff that you did.
In your head.
What? If you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't have done the stuff that you did. Like, is he saying if you knew what you're doing, in other words, if you weren't so high on the pain medication, you wouldn't have done what you did? Like, is he actually admitting that, or is he saying if you knew what you were doing, as in if you knew the effect, you were having on me and Mr. Penis, you wouldn't have done it? Like, I actually can't figure out what he's trying to say there.
I think what he's... Can we get it again? Because I think what he's basically trying to say is you wouldn't have done it if you knew what you were doing. So he's basically saying anybody purposely does things that they do, and except for Lauren, if he doesn't mean to do it, then it's not his fault. But I think he's basically saying that if you didn't want to have sex with me, you didn't want a relationship with me, you wouldn't have started it, even if you were on drugs.
Ah, yeah, okay. I think I get
shit. The point was that there was more than flirting in my head and with what you were doing. If you knew what you were doing, then you wouldn't have done the stuff that you did.
In your head.
So he's saying that if you knew what you were doing, as in you don't want to have a relationship with me, then you wouldn't have flirted with me.
Ah.
So he's saying she did it because she wants a relationship with him.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for translating Lauren there for me.
I thought that it was more than flirting,
no problem.
and it wasn't.
And you keep telling yourself that, but no, I don't.
I'm telling you that.
You can tell me that all you want. Doesn't mean I'm gonna believe it.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna believe it because of the way you were.
I'm telling you the way that it was.
Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Watch out, honey. Oh my goodness, this is a big yawn. Who wants a biscuit? Little girl, you want a biscuit? There you go, big handsome goofy baby. And go silly pretty little girl. There, rubber belly. There go. She does it all the time. I go in and give her a biscuit when I get home. And then instead of taking the biscuit, she won't take the biscuit until I rub her belly. It's funny, it's cute. Sorry. I think my dogs are cute.
Yeah, that's something to apologize for.
And why would she expect him to apologize for that? Like, it's just the fact that you were using this, biscuit time, like Smokey says, to try to deflect. Fucking hell.
Right. I think he's calling this back to the abusive thing, where if he was abusive, he wouldn't be so good to his dog. So I think he's using it as an example against Debbie.
Yeah, good point. See how good I am to my dogs, baby. And g'day to Jimmy and Kelly Slime Bucket Witch Lady. Always great to see you guys. And also to Jesse Bohannon and Vegan Monster. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Of apologizing for being a fucking asshole. Apologize for thinking that your dogs are cute. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, you think I'm so bad to my dogs? I'm not supposed to think my dogs are cute.
Did you take Sadie to the vet to have her nails clipped?
I did.
When was that?
That was, I don't know, it's been 3 or 4 months now.
Oh, no, you were supposed to take her more recently than that.
Yeah, well, I haven't gotten around to doing it more recently right now.
Her nails are
so busy. I mean, who has time to look after their dogs? Am I right?
Oh yeah, he has to go and drink and drive drunk, or drink driving, as you say. It's fucking idiotic, drink driving.
What's
Who
wrong with
says
what?
drink driving?
Well, how do you say it?
Drunk driving. I've never heard anybody say drink driving.
You're joking. Drink
No,
driving. Drink driving. So you say drunk
Americans say
driving.
drunk driving.
Wow. Oh, that like
Drive drunk. You wouldn't, like you say
that's
you
what
drive
Lorne
drunk. You wouldn't
says.
say I
Lorne
drive
says drive
drink.
drunk.
Yeah, drive drunk.
So Lorne speaks
Or
for all of America.
well, he uses drunk, not drink. My point is that we would say, oh, you know, I was drunk driving. You know,
Yeah, right.
that's how we say it in America.
No,
This is
no.
just like the chalk chip bullshit all over again.
Yeah. We eat chopped chip cookies while we drink drive. But so you say drive drunk. You wouldn't say drive drink, but you drink driving.
Drunk driving all day. Drunk driving. Driving drunk. See, everybody agrees with me.
Oh, you're fucking crazy.
I
Anyway,
were drink, but I weren't drink.
back to the call. You pissed me off now. No,
Are
just joking.
very long nails. I saw them in that picture when you drew the hearts for Casey. Remember that?
Yeah.
And g'day, the Lorne Identity. Great to see you, mate. And also Wee Man, great to see you. And DBD Veggies. Yeah, I'm just going to call you Veggies because there's a whole lot of stuff there. And DeP's Fashion Consultant, hello. And Setz's one. So Setz's one, I wonder if maybe your YouTube algorithms have led you here. Setz's one says, what the fuck is going on? Who is this guy?
I think he might be talking about me, or they might be talking about me.
So
As in, who is here?
So I'm Cornville Freeway. That's Winnie's boyfriend / husband, and we're a couple of dickheads that talk about one of the biggest dickheads in the world, Lorne Armstrong, who is, noted pedophile, abuser, overall shit human.
Thief. Con man.
Yep. So if you're referring to us, well, that's who we are. If you're referring to Lorne, it's a whole rabbit hole, and I'll be more than happy to lead you down it.
Start listen. Just go on our channels and just listen to all the past streams we've ever done, and they'll get you caught up.
All of us here in this community are already fucked. There's no way out for us. So the more that we can pull down with us, the better. And g'day, Pine Baron Patriot. And yeah, hello.
I think I took her after that. When you said something then, I think because I had Roy take her. Oh, Roy and Mom.
All right.
G'day, Juniper. What's up, dickheads?
So, because she can't have nails like that. That's gonna hurt her feet.
I know. I gotta get one of them things for dogs that I can do it myself.
Nope.
Well, they've got one out now that's supposed to be gentle on the dog.
You're not doing it.
I could not imagine anything more horrible than Lorne trying to cut his own dog's nails.
No.
He would grind them down, as he says here in a second, to the root. Nobody fucking calls it a root, you fucking idiot.
And that is disgusting. Even just hearing that's disgusting. And the lazy bitch he would cut them so short or grind them so short because he wouldn't want to do it again for as long as possible.
Yeah, look, I think what he's referring to is a Dremel, and they do have pieces that you can click on to where the hole is only so big, so that once you reach a part in the nail, it can't go in anymore.
Yeah.
But there's no way he knows where to stop trimming the nail. Like, he would just push and push and push until
Sadie or whoever cried, and he'd be like, "Oh!"
Right, they'd be gushing blood, and he wouldn't fucking take him to the vet if that happened.
No, guess I went too far, baby. You'll be right. I'll put some battery acid on it.
No, how?
Yeah, wrap it in battery acid.
How you're gonna end up hurting her?
No, because I know you don't cut down to the roots.
Take her, but you're not going to be.
And Sean McClure, did you ever get your blanket after being stuck in his basement? Never, mate. Never got the blanket. I did get the hot chocolate, which was warm at best. I would say.
That's the American healthcare system, man. Sorry, we don't give out blankets or hot chocolate.
It was rubbish.
Unlike you commies over there in Australia.
Rubbish.
Be able to see them exactly. So you
That's
need
why
to take them
the
to a
new
groomer. It's not that expensive.
there's a new machine that they have out that takes it down just so far, so you don't get to the roots.
No, I really think that you need to take her and have it done.
No, I'd like to do it. I'd rather not. I'd rather not do it myself.
Right.
Then don't. Like, why are you looking at fucking shit you're buying offline or fucking at the trash or whatever? Just take it to the vet.
Don't do it yourself. Don't spend money on some stupid machine that you think is going to work. Do you think she's going to let you take her foot and put it into a machine? Something that's going to grind her nails?
Probably not.
Right.
They make it look good on the commercial.
Of course they do. She needs to have her nails clipped more regularly than that, especially with how long they are.
You're so pretty.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow. Are you saying, oh, Jesus? I just told her she's so pretty.
I'm trying to change the subject.
Exactly.
No, I went in there to her.
I mean, I've seen your feet. I don't take care of those things. Those things are disgusting.
To say what?
God.
My feet are looking better than what they were.
I wouldn't eat
Taking a
peach
bit, but
cobbler off those things. Holy shit.
I wouldn't want anybody. Wouldn't want anybody to. How would anybody want to?
Really disgusting.
What? Why are you saying that something about me is disgusting?
Are we friends now?
Are you serious? Why are you saying something about, like, everything about you is disgusting?
Oh.
Yeah, I honestly
know,
can't
you
think of
actually
anything that's good about Lauren.
No, that's what, like, you know, there's calls where I'll go, why don't you say something good about me? Like, it's like, what if I could, mate? Like, honestly, like, what is there? What is
And
there?
what would that matter? It's not like the good outweighs the shitty things you've done.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking asshole.
Think about giving it a chance down the road?
No.
Why? Because you want to be stubborn?
No, because I'm telling you, I don't want to. I don't want you to just to be friends.
Can you imagine having this conversation with someone that, you know, like, would never been in a relationship with you, but, like, you know, you've essentially asked out or whatever, and they're like, no, it's like, why? Because you're stubborn? Like, no, because I don't fucking like you. Like, I don't have to be with you. It's fucking hell.
Because you think that something's going to happen.
Whoa, hang on.
Whoa. Yes?
Dr. Cunt hates the cunt, so does that mean he's self-loathing? I don't understand what that is. Dr. Cunt, I hate the cunt. That should be your, like, memoir, your autobiography.
Yes, yeah. And g'day, Dragon Words. And Turd Ferguson says he's good at breaking his probation. So that is true. So
that is true.
He is good at something.
He's probably one of the best in the world at doing that. So.
He is. He really excels in that department. And g'day, Chris Bromelo and Dr. Cassandra, mate. How are you?
No, because I would actually like to be friends.
And Lulu Bob.
Good. I do too.
But I want you to keep your mind open.
Jesus came down and blessed our friendship.
I want you to keep your mind open. I don't want you closing me out to dating. That'd be a dumb thing to do because I think we could have something really good.
Really dumb thing to do. G'day, Matt Ryan.
Okay, well, I don't know that.
And Fox stuff.
So I'm just going to be your friend, and I'm not going to think about the future. And I think that would be a good idea for you, too.
Why have you been so persistent tonight on wanting to be my friend?
Because I'm trying to make things clear with you, and I'm trying to see if that's even possible.
Why do you think I'm so stupid?
Well, you've proven that you're stupid.
No.
Yeah, you have.
Yes.
Many times.
Hey,
there's
407 pages of chat log that proves otherwise, Lauren.
Yeah, exactly. Nope.
Documentation of how stupid you are.
Some things I've done have been stupid. Yeah, maybe they have. I'm not the only one in the world that has done stupid things.
No, but again, you're going back to I'm going to talk about other people and see how we're all the same. Because other people have done bad things too. So somehow that takes a little bit off of me.
I don't like being attacked. I've been attacked a lot.
Okay.
And what would be the reason for that? Like that's he never looks at never thinks why am I being attacked? Like that I don't.
And I'm not
I don't like
attacking you
being
right
attacked all the
now.
time.
Yeah, and I'm not attacking you.
So I'm just trying to make you understand why I do that. People like to attack other people, but they don't look in. Well, you said it in a text to me one day.
What?
When
I'm losing brain cells right now.
fucking
Yeah, absolutely.
Jamie Amy said something about you.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking. I told you about what Jamie Amy said, and you said, why does everybody talk about me? Why can't they talk about themselves? Well, that's what I said. And, oh, gee, I wonder how that feels.
Well, that's not the same
I've
thing.
never been there before.
I'm saying.
Yeah, thank you,
don't
Tiffany. I was going to say it's not the same thing. Like gossiping and calling somebody out are two different things.
Yep.
And Lauren just doesn't understand that.
Nah.
About me, because that's what all of you people do. You just talk about me and what I'm doing.
What do people do with me?
I don't know. What do they do with
And
you?
it's not
Make
just our small
Photoshops.
group of friends. There's like
Make photoshops, make videos and do streams about you.
Hour-long
laugh at
streams.
you, make awesome animations about you. Make awesome songs about you.
Go to your house and make you jerk off what was it yesterday? A backup generator.
Yeah.
My favorite part in that video is when they ask Lauren to do it, and they realize he's about to go over and start like firing off some strokes. The guy looks at the camera with a smirk, like, "I got to make sure I'm getting this on camera." And he's trying to be like, "Yeah, this one works," and he can't get it started, and then he has to be like, "Yeah, but it works."
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like he's just like, well, just trust me, it works. Like he's like the dodgiest. Well, not salesman. Like I guess if you're doing a garage sale or a yard sale, you're not a salesman. But like he's just so dodgy at everything. Like and all his shit is always sitting outside. It was like at the.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like none of this shit would work. But just I'll give it to you for 100. Like, well, give it to me.
Just give me 100.
Give it to me for 50 cents. Like it doesn't fucking work.
thousands of
Yeah, he
people.
probably got it out of the dump.
Thousands.
Yeah. Absolutely, and knowing Lorne and how little effort he puts into anything, I bet he never tried to start it beforehand. He just like got it from the dump, dumped it on his land to wait for the 10-yard sale, mile whatever fucking 10-mile yard sale.
10-mile yard sale.
Jesus Christ.
Of people.
Or I guess
I
it'd
know.
be like the 20-kilometer yard sale for you.
That's right.
That's
It would
right.
be.
Yeah,
Hang
it's
on.
about that. This version's about that.
Just trying to think. What's a marathon in miles like for you guys?
26.3.
That's like a full marathon.
Yes.
So it'd be about 13 miles then. No,
13
kilometers.
kilometers?
Yeah, 13 kilometers. Yeah.
Right.
See, I always just went like it's about 2 kilometers per mile. I always just rounded it up, but yeah, 13. That makes a lot more sense.
Awesome.
Nothing I can do about it.
You sounded very enthusiastic. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 26.2 because the half marathon is 13.1. So sorry, I got it off by 0.1.
Yeah, well, I got halfway through that conversation. I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this? I
know. It's like we're wasting
lost all
time.
interest in it. And g'day, Ghost
So anyway,
Bell.
what were you doing? What did you do today? You wake up. Did you have coffee?
Put my
Did you drink a
boots
Red Bull?
on.
Did you put your boots on?
Learn to deal with it.
We should do a stream where we just do like we're like Lauren on the phone, where it's just boring for 2 hours, and then right at the end we scream, and then it ends.
the full lawn experience. G'day, Smokey the Cat. Enjoy painting the cabinets, and thanks for being here.
Fuck out of me when it first happened.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I realized there's nothing I can do about it. They're going to do whatever they want anyway.
Right.
Yep.
They're going to keep pointing the finger at me, but then they don't turn around and look in the mirror.
There's a little bit of a difference there. I mean, they're pointing at you for something that's pretty fucking serious. And
yeah, and I'm betting probably 50% of them people that are pointing at me have their own skeletons in their own closets.
Fuck off. Like, it's one thing to go, well, it doesn't matter what I've done because this person did this. Like, that's not acceptable in itself. But to like do that for like assumed wrongs, like, is just fucking stupid. And g'day, Pistol, a 148.
Hey, Jimmy.
Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Everybody does.
Yeah, and I'm saying probably of the same thing that they're pointing at me about.
No, why? Why would you assume that? Because you want to think
Because
that there's more people like you.
No, because
Yeah.
most people that attack people for a certain thing have done that certain thing themselves. So they attack somebody else that has done it.
No.
So it makes
Not
them feel better
necessarily.
and look better to the
Is
public.
that a therapy thing to say? Is that what Allie told you?
I've been told that by therapy.
No, that's just so fucking stupid. Oh, they do it to look better. Yeah, like, you know, everyone in the world's a pedophile, but they laugh at Lorne and say, hey, look, if I'm laughing at Lorne, I mustn't be a pedophile, right? Ha ha ha. Like, get fucked, honestly. Like, there's a points where he's hilarious, and there's points where you just want to fucking headbutt him. And I'm at that
Also,
point right now.
Ramona's diaper just called you out that 10 miles is actually 16 kilometers.
My apologies, Ramona's diaper. Not, you know,
Ramona's diaper. Lord loves it when it's filled with pee.
not just absorbent, but very good with their conversions as well. and g'day, I dyed it by myself. And T Hizzity.
Therapist.
Well, what about Emma? Has she ever told you that?
No, Emma's never told me that.
Okay.
But not every therapist is gonna say that.
Right.
But I've been told that by a couple of therapists.
Yeah, the ones who are trying to make you feel better about yourself and trying to get you to stop crying.
No, okay, now you're trying to say that there's no therapist that is gonna say that when you don't know. You can't say things that you don't know.
I'm saying that you are taking something like that and you're trying to make yourself feel better about those who are talking about you.
No, because it's already been proven.
And now I am fairly confident that, I mean, I don't know his therapist, but I'm fairly confident they didn't say that. But if they did, they're fucking shithouse therapists. If they're like, don't worry about it, Lord. Lots of people try to fuck kids. Like, that's the opposite of accountability.
So after hearing Lauren say that the first time, I got worried that he's gonna find out about Jordan and it's gonna validate everything he ever, says. He's gonna be like, "See, that's all them people in that community were. They're just fucking pedophiles."
But to be fair, he was never that into Lorne anyway. Like, he was more into the room and fucking all that kind of shit. So,
Well, Lauren doesn't know that.
No,
he just knows that. Lauren just knows that he was in this community. So
yeah, true. It's like, if it was him, how many others of them are there?
Proven.
Where is
about
it
proven?
proven?
What's that? About 50%.
He always says about 50%. So it's one of us. It's one of the others.
The first chat log that we had,
Yeah.
the part one, where that fucking guy turned himself in.
Okay.
He'd been pointing his finger, and he'd been doing the same fucking thing that he was laughing about from someone else.
Okay. So that's one
So I
person.
know there's
How
more.
does that become 50% of the people?
That's one person that had the balls enough to get out and say that he actually did it.
Honestly,
unlike you,
That's right.
It's not like he's being like, yeah, this like me. This guy's had the balls to come out. No, you've been for fucking 15 years. I never even fucking meant to do it, and it wasn't my fault.
But you know, he's the one, the actual one that didn't meant to do it. You know,
right?
All the others just say it, but Lorne really didn't meant to do it.
He didn't meant to do it.
Didn't meant to do it. And g'day, Jerry Holloway.
I can probably tell you that most of the people who have made comments on your videos, who have called you names, who've regurgitated your chat log back to you, are doing it because they hate you. They hate what you did.
I hate what I did.
Right, but I'm telling you that that's the
You hate
reason
you got
why
caught.
they do it. They're
You don't
fascinated
hate what you did.
about all of the guys that they've seen on the show. And they think, holy shit, these are the types of people that are around me. people that are around my own kids in my own family. You would never know it by looking at them. But here they are walking into the house. And it's crazy. Your chat log, Lauren, we've read it, is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's a little laugh before. Oh, yeah, I know. You're not
Yeah,
joking.
I know.
Right. And it's fucked up. And I get that there was a lot of fucked up stuff, for the perverted reasons, all the gross stuff. But even just the possessiveness, like talking to a 13-year-old about having this fantasy of a life together was fucked up.
I know.
Really
That was
weird.
royally fucked up.
Right. There's a lot of people who are going to look at that and they're going to say, wow, he has a YouTube channel. He has videos. I'm going to go say something to him. People who have had real impact of being a victim or knowing a victim and knowing all of the stuff that has happened to those people's lives because of people like you, they're going to take that anger and they're going to push it toward anyone who's available. And you happen to be available.
It's fucked up how that whole thing has grown. I tried getting away from the fucking thing.
Right, but you keep putting yourself out there. And it's concerning that you're so concerned about getting your computer back so that you can go onto social media. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to have someone make some kind of a comment to you that is either flirtatious or maybe can seem like they're a nice person. And all of a sudden, here comes Lauren, like, this is the one, I'm going to get her to. And you have yourself another catfish.
The big reason why I wanted my computer back was so I can keep an eye on what people are doing.
We'll keep an eye on it, but what are you going to do then?
Well, like selling things in the store with my face on it without my permission.
Okay, so what did the attorney say about that?
That's something that we can go after, but I have to bring in actual paperwork to them, showing them proof of that, of people doing that.
Right.
So which I don't have a computer, so the only ones that I can rely on are you, Winnie, and Emma. I try to keep my family out of this stuff because I don't want Mom getting stressed out about any of it. So, because she already knows about some of the stuff on there, and I get more concerned about her all the time.
Well, what about your friend that's supposedly helping you? Have them do it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, but you have to keep it to you and not tell anybody else.
Okay.
Whoa, he's gonna share some secrets now, guys. And g'day, Dark Atheist.
Promise me?
Yeah.
What could it be?
There is no other friend that does it. Roy is the one that.
No way! Are you what? No way!
Holy crap!
Or Mom.
Holy!
And I tell them where to go.
Oh, okay.
What to put in. There is no friend that does it.
So you are accessing the internet illegally.
It is literally it's worded in his probation agreement. He cannot use the internet even by a third party, and this dumbass just admitted it. Like,
yeah, and it's amazing he thinks that gets away. It's like, oh well, it weren't me on the internet.
I can stand behind and tell everybody what to do and what to click, but I'm not on it. Yes, you are on it. Like, he thinks he's so smart.
If he only thinks you're on the internet if you sit in front of the keyboard and type in yourself. He's a fucking idiot. G'day, Org Ramen, and also, there was someone else there, but I missed them. Oh, Haja Mahideen.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll let you guys keep believing that, because that way, well,
nobody
not necessarily
believes
you,
it.
but I'll let Emma and Winnie believe that because of the stuff that they pulled on me in the past.
Okay.
So that it gives me that little thing, so that if they tell me something that seems a little off to me, then they'll know that I do have somebody back here that can check on it.
Okay, so what
Nothing
exactly...
makes me happier than thinking Lauren has watched one of my streams.
It would be great, wouldn't it?
I would love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And g'day, Brian Kane. And Tracy, yeah, look, whenever you're free, just call in. I don't know if I'll still be going in an hour, but maybe. But yeah, just whenever works, just ring that bell.
What is he doing?
Basically, he's telling you hurry up because he doesn't want to be on with me.
Oh, bullshit, you fucking
and what he's looking
Oh,
for.
g'day, VO Hoss.
I don't get
Nothing.
it.
He'll just what? Who's looking for?
Roy.
Roy's not looking for anything. Roy, see, I can stand behind the computer and look at it all I want to.
Wrong.
No.
I can't
Wrong.
physically be on the computer.
Right.
Correct.
I can't physically be on the internet
Okay.
myself. I
Right.
can't be sitting in chair. I can't be sitting.
Nobody can physically be on the internet, you dumb motherfucker. Like,
He's just like, physically like flying through cyberspace, like.
right,
Whoa!
like every TV show in the '90s, how they showed the internet, you flew through this like TV landscape. You know what I mean?
And I think he views it. I think he views it that way, like, you know, surfing the net, baby.
in front of it
Yeah.
and operating it. But I can
Right.
stand behind anybody
G'day, Brian Kane. No worries, mate.
sitting in the chair and operating it.
Okay.
So I tell Roy where to go or Mom where to go, and so that I can look at what I want to look at.
I
Okay.
can tell you where to go.
That's where I get my information. I don't do it that often because why do I want to keep bugging them to do that? I mean, you guys pretty much tell me everything I need to know, and I trust you guys. Well, you I trust more than anybody because you've never been part of what Winnie and Emma did.
Right.
And the irony there is just amazing.
I've got to trust Winnie and Emma more. And it's just, and I don't want to tell Winnie and Emma anything about this.
Okay.
But Emma, I still feel off sometimes about Emma because it sounds like sometimes she'll say some things that just seem really off.
Okay.
It doesn't really feel right. So it makes it. That's why I don't trust Emma all the way when she says some stuff.
Okay.
Does that make more sense to you now?
Yeah, I guess. It's interesting that Roy's looking at it.
Well, Roy's not really looking at it. He's actually on his iPad talking to some girl that I don't know that he thinks is real.
real.
Oh, really?
Many girls that he thinks is real.
That must be so crazy to be talking to a girl you think is real.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
fucking
goodness.
nuts. And it sucks.
This
I
is
was
just
trying to get away from
amazing.
that.
Oh my god.
Wow. And there was Winnie posing as Casey.
I mean, the irony in all of this is so delicious that I'm not going to eat any lunch. Like, this is just incredible.
So you're not going to have your ham and cheese sandwich?
No ham and cheese for me today. I'm all full on irony.
I kept believing there's a possibility, even though some things really seemed off. I was like, well, Emma would tell me the difference. And, not realizing that Emma really knew that it wasn't Casey.
He's literally
Never
hanging
really
himself
thought.
with his own rope. Like he's tying the noose.
Exactly. Yep. And, you know, Debbie's just letting him go for it. Just like, have a bit more, have a bit more. You sure you've got enough? Not too much, though, because we don't want you to hit the ground.
What Casey looked like, I knew she did. And there's no way you can mistake. I mean, they don't look anything alike.
Right.
I wonder if Debbie knows what Casey looks like.
Ah, you would. I wonder. You know.
Very weird.
I knew Emma knew
They sound
that.
similar.
And
Okay.
then when Emma went to this concert, they sent me a picture of all of them together. It was supposed to be Winnie when she was posing as Casey, and they photoshopped Casey's face onto. I don't know if they. Emma said they photoshopped Casey's face onto Winnie's body. I don't know if that was true or not, or if it was actually just Casey there. But what they did was Photoshop Emma being in the picture. See what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, I guess. Kind of crazy. That's a wild story.
Wow, that seems like a wow. Now, what did you know about that before?
I really didn't know anything. I pretty much did my own thing. You know, even when I was out in California, I was doing the same kind of stuff. I was working. Winnie's running around doing whatever. I mean, I didn't really pay that much attention to the stuff that she would tell me. A lot of the time, she would tell me some crazy shit, and I would just say, okay, cool. Don't shit in the tub. That kind of stuff.
When did you start getting on the computer?
I've always been on the computer, having internet access and things like that. I mean, it's a huge part of life. You know, when you go to work, A lot of stuff is on the computer.
What is-
And,
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
Tiffany, like Debbie, isn't the age where she's never just not been on the internet. Like, it's funny when it's like Lorne, who's like super old,
Yeah.
and there was a time like he was live a time before the internet, so it's always like to him, it's like this thing. It's like this living thing, like the internet.
Yeah.
When have you been on the internet?
When did
know?
when did you start getting on the internet?
And he still thinks it's the same. Like it's never progressed since 2007. It's always you were showing him your cam and Hughes was in the chat room.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't know what it is anymore because he can't go on it.
That's it. He's so triggered by webcams too. Like, you know, in the robot calls where he's talking about, oh, you know, you're
Mhm.
looking at each other on cam. Like, you know that he's thinking back to when, you know, him and MySpace Molly or him and Kayla was sitting there because, you know, he knows what webcams are for. They're not for giving instructions on how to cook. They're for fucking. And g'day to Chefry. Actually, Chefry, you've come in at the perfect time.
At the right time.
We're just talking about you and that fucking robot, you know, doing your so-called cooking shows.
managing things at home, like shopping or Facebook, whatever. It's all on there.
Okay, but I'm talking about Tiffany and Clubber time. When did you start that?
I don't know. I don't really remember exactly. But Derek's
that
been up
somewhere,
to
yeah.
it.
Clobber
No, I
time.
don't.
Like,
Derek's been up to it for years.
Yeah, he has.
I remember seeing
if people
Derek on
don't know,
years ago.
that's
Yeah.
the name that they
He's
told
one of
Lauren
those
Clobber's
people
name
that
was
is
Derek.
fascinated with the show.
Yes, yeah.
Can't fucking believe
Not you, I was telling
that there are
anybody in the
Oh yeah, I
in the
know.
chat, in the
Yeah.
comment room.
And shit.
guys who are so stupid to fall for it and actually show up. So it's one of his hobbies. He makes videos
He just what?
he talks to other people about
Wow.
it too.
He just what?
What? What?
And g'day, Tyler Brasford.
What does that do for him?
I don't know. I guess he gets his jollies.
Jolly.
What
It's
does
his
it do for you?
dollies.
When you was on it?
Well, I think it's
When you was-
interesting.
When you was on it.
I'm not really involved in the internet world, like really deep into social media and going crazy with it. I don't post all the time and stuff. I don't have my own channel, but you know, there's a lot of people that do, and Derek's one of them.
I guess I'm just trying to understand what kind of thrill people get off somebody else's mishaps and misfortunes.
But-
and
No, this is the thing. These aren't mishaps and misfortunes. These are intentional, criminal, disgusting acts that you have done. Like, and that's the thing. And I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. And from what I know of a lot of people in this community, for them as well, and the fact that if what happened in law life, if it was, you know, if he was having mishaps and misfortunes, like, you know, as in he wasn't a pedophile, he wasn't a criminal, if it was just, you know, real down on his luck and, you know, he was just couldn't maintain a job, and, you know, or he had tragedy happen to him, not because of him, no one's going to be doing this. No one's going to be making videos about, oh, look at this, look at poor old Lorne, he's lost his job again. Let's have fucking Sundays with Lorne and laugh at him. That wouldn't be happening. These aren't mishaps and misfortunes. They're your
Calculated attempts to kidnap and rape a girl.
Yes,
You didn't just
exactly.
fall down and this happened.
Exactly, thank you. And g'day, Mike Pence. And it's just
Thank
so
you.
fucked up after all this time that he still genuinely views it like that.
no mistakes.
Yes.
We've talked about it before. I mean, this wasn't a mishap or a misfortune or a mistake. You know, they're looking at something that was
Felony
really
faux
deliberate,
pas,
that
Julia
wasn't intended
Weingartner.
to be found out, and it was found out. And I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
busted.
I know. And that was a fucked up time in my life. Very
Okay.
fucked up time.
But I mean, it had been going on for a couple of years.
I know. It was a fucked up time in my life. Because before those couple of years, I'd never even thought of doing anything like that.
Well, I mean, that's irrelevant.
That's
not
at this
true.
point. It really is. I mean, because honestly, you know, before it turned out that, you know, when we would talk about the Kayla situation, it was kind of presented like this was a one-time thing. You
Yeah, I
know,
know.
I was messed up at the time. And then it comes out that there's other stuff with real people. That's exactly the same as what we saw with Kayla. And that happened years before. So, you know, there was a huge problem happening. And it's my own
There
personal
was.
feeling that it happened more than the couple of people that you talked about.
Listen,
Stuff, Lauren, stuff was happening.
I
Listen.
You
want
know that it was.
Listen.
I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
There was no more than what I've told you.
Okay.
There's nothing else I can say to get you to believe that. But I'm
Nope.
telling you all straight, there was no more than what I've told you. So what you know is everything.
Okay.
So I've got to press telling you because it's like the drinking thing. Emma tried pressing me that I was drinking last night. Yeah, I was drinking. I was drinking coffee.
Well, Lauren,
I got mad about it because
Oh,
I
that
were
was.
drinking. I was drinking coffee, which means that's just code. We all know what that means.
Yeah, exactly. And g'day, Renegade Bay Life and Omega Heber.
tell me that I was drinking when I weren't drinking.
well, you have to
And you did the same
understand.
thing today, and I was like, what?
You
Jesus
have to
Christ, I weren't
understand, Lauren,
drinking.
you have to understand where that comes from. That comes from every other time that you've lied about it. And that's exactly what you say. Coffee, I'm drinking coffee. As if you're so offended that anyone would ask if you were drinking. And then all of a sudden, it comes out that you were. And everyone has to say, okay, well, of course he was drinking. We knew it.
Yeah, but I also told you that I'm not going to lie to you anymore.
Good. I'm glad that you're not going to lie. The thing with that, and for having trust and believing what you're saying, is there has to be a pattern there. And it has to go on for a certain amount of time.
I know. It used to be
Okay.
the reverse with me.
I don't care.
Oh
Used
my
to be.
god.
Well, I care it used to be because
It's
that's what I
always
want to be
used to be.
Yep.
again.
Okay, but you're going backwards like
Again.
30 years, Lauren,
Again.
and say, well, I used to
Dan.
not do that. I used to be a good
I know.
person. You know? I mean, come on.
Well, I do that because I go in my own head and I try to figure out where the hell I started doing it at and why I started doing it. And it all comes back to the same place. When I came home from Washington State and I started being around Tony and Paul and all the partying crap.
Okay.
So
when was that? That was what, 2002?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're almost 20 years from that.
I know.
You know, I mean,
up.
that's what I mean. If you are in the mindset where you're saying, I want to figure this out, I want to figure out where I started going wrong and how it happened, that's fine. But when that stops you and you stall yourself and you say, well, I need to figure out where I went wrong, and that's kind of your backfall, because ultimately you can't figure it out. So in another 20 years, you're going to be asking yourself the same questions, getting the same responses. You haven't budged. You're the same asshole. There's just going to be a different group of people that you're being an asshole to.
Sucks being an asshole too. I hated it.
Okay, well, stop being
You
one.
still are an asshole. Like, he's like, I hated it. As if the asshole times are now over. And he's looking back going, geez, I was an asshole. You're still an asshole. And g'day, Dubsy CC.
I'm not trying to be one.
But you were one today, is what the point is.
Yeah, because my feelings are involved. And
Okay, but don't say I don't want to be
been,
an asshole, and then but my feelings were involved, so it's okay to be one.
Well, I've been played with so much that it's taken a toll on me, and I get really defensive. And
well, get defensive. Do whatever, Lauren, because the fact of the matter is that at some point
she's fucking over it, eh?
Just do your shit, Lauren.
Yeah.
Like,
and have a great night, Carrot Gaming. Thanks for being here.
people are gonna go away.
hey, see you, Carrot.
Emma's gonna get tired of your shit and she's gonna walk. Dan's gonna get tired of it and he's gonna skip away. I'm gonna get tired of it.
Skip away.
And so is Winnie.
the old bad chick came from my drinking.
That definitely didn't help anything.
No,
well, no. Okay,
but you weren't drinking.
Because of the robot calls, we know that that's not the case anymore.
Mm.
You're dry in those calls, and you're still a fucking asshole. So you can't even use that as a defense anymore.
That's right. He's not drinking alcohol, but he's still sucking in the rager hole.
Today,
Yeah,
right?
he's sucking
And
something.
you were still an asshole to me,
G'day, Kingpin.
holding me to be a girlfriend when I'm not, acting as if I'm cheating on you when I'm not.
I was acting hurt. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm not going to say I'm still not hurt. I am hurt.
Go ahead and be hurt, but don't be an asshole to me. All you're doing is you're giving yourself justifications to be that way. Just like when you made justifications that your family didn't make you mac and
Can you pause it real quick?
Yeah, man.
Hey, I just wanted to give everybody an update because I know there's a lot of people here. But if you didn't see in the Discord, the Ghost of Tony Farmer said he spoke to the data recovery people, and they believe they're going to be able to get 100% back of the data. They're very confident they'll be able to recover all those videos and pictures of Sarah Jane. So that's all because of people like you in the community who donated. So because of you, they're able to get these family videos and pictures back. So I just wanted to let everybody know, because I know not everybody's in the Discord, but they're pretty confident they'll be able to save all those. He just spoke to the data company today.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, well done. Well done, everyone that contributed towards that. Very worthwhile cause.
You didn't get that kind of stuff when you poured your money into helping them out.
Well, thankfully those days are over.
Okay, good. Well, keep having other days like that. Don't be a fucking prick. Be an adult.
G'day, Kilroy.
Actually be one. And don't say, I'm her, and go on your fucking dates, going out with cocksuckers. Fuck you, Lauren. Seriously, fuck you. Fuck you.
And he's laughing at that. Like, fucking hell.
Because he thinks,
humongous.
because it comes back to, this is what Lauren thinks love is yelling at somebody because that means you care about them. So when Debbie yells, even in the pedo call, like where she screams pedophile, he's giggling because he thinks that means she cares about him enough that she's upset and screaming.
Yeah, that's right. And that's when he baits people when he's like, oh, I did something today. You're gonna bitch me out. Like he wants that. Like he wants to be treated like that because he thinks that's care or whatever. Like he doesn't understand that they hate him. Like he doesn't get it.
I was hurt because you fucking told me 2 nights in a row that you're gonna call me.
Big deal. Big fucking deal. Go and do something else.
Because it was a big deal to me because I think highly of you, and when you tell me something that it's usually in stone. I take it as in stone,
but I didn't have a chance to call you, so you know what? Get over it.
You don't do everything perfectly. Don't think that you do. I know you think that you do everything perfectly, and you don't.
Who the fuck cares? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you.
What are you talking about?
Well, you always think that you do everything perfectly, and you don't.
What are you talking about? Don't just repeat yourself. Tell me what you're talking about.
Like last night. Waiting till
10:30.
Tell me.
Oh, okay.
Waiting till 10:30.
Well, you know what? What time would have been good to tell you? What time? Huh? Maybe at 9 o'clock? Maybe
what
7?
Time?
Would that have been better? Would you have been, I don't know, maybe normal at that time? Would you say, okay, cool, we'll have a good time?
I wouldn't have told you you had a good time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have told
I know,
you to have
because
a good
you're
time.
a prick.
I know. It'll bite me.
Oh,
No,
shut
like I
up.
said, I don't want to be infected with something disgusting.
Don't go there. You don't want me to get multi and say shit. Don't go there.
Well, I don't. So don't say shit like bite
infected with me anyway. You know you wouldn't get infected with me anyway.
I'm gonna throw.
Excuse me.
Anyway.
I'm gonna throw up. You said really? Yeah. Get real.
Really?
Get real.
I mean, Mike Pence. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just going to say, Mike Pence, Tiffany tells me in private all the time she's perfect, but I guess she's never said it on a call, so.
And that's it always amazes me. He gets so offended by that, she's basically said, he's unattractive, she's going to get diseases if she bit him and that. But essentially, but Whereas when he's called a pedophile, he'll just go, "Oh, I'm not talking about that, baby." Like, when are you going to stop with that? Like, but the actual offence, he finds that more offensive. I still don't know how he can look at himself in the mirror and think he's attractive. I don't get it.
I am real.
In some ways, it would be amazing to be that delusional. Like, you would never have self-esteem issues if you could look like Lorne and have everything that's gone on with Lorne, like, be Lorne, right? And honestly think, oh, definitely all these people would be super into me. Like that, he's never going to have a self-esteem issue. Like maybe that's another positive thing you can say about him.
You're
That's
the
true.
one that needs to get real.
I'm real. I'm standing right here. Come on up and see me.
So
Yeah, of course you're real.
Yeah.
Like, he took that literally.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I am real. I'm physically here on Earth.
I'm real, baby. Trot your ass up here and you'll see.
when are you going to talk to Maria?
I don't know. She hasn't called me back yet. I called her the day before yesterday. She hasn't called me back yet. So I don't know if she's just avoiding me or what. But I mean, maybe this had to happen so I could get things more straightened out in my head.
Maybe what had to happen?
Maybe me getting suspended from class had to happen so I get things more straightened out in my head. Well, they don't want to put me in jail because they know I have a lot to lose and that I do good with working and putting into
That's
the
about it,
society.
right?
Huh? I mean, that's
So-
about it.
Well, you go to work, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I go to work and I've been donating water to the homeless shelter. I go over and help Mom. I help Aunt Sharon. I
yeah.
do
But
things
the
too
other
with the dogs
the other
and with
stuff
me.
that they told you to do, you don't do.
I'm going to AA.
And did he just say about he delivers water to the homeless shelter?
Yeah, that's what he's
But
going on about.
That's
The-
his
the
fucking
only
job.
good thing.
He gets paid to do
Well,
that.
Well, not that, like not that, like that's not specifically his job, but he basically he's given free pallets of water from work,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure one of the catfish told him to do that. But that's like
Okay.
the only good thing he could ever think of when people say you're not a good person. He's like, "Well, I gave water to the homeless," but he was told to do that, and it was only once. And again, it was free water. Like
Yeah,
it's
it
great that
cost him
he
nothing.
right, it cost him nothing. Like awesome. I'm sure the homeless shelter really appreciated that water, but it's not like he went and bought this shit and gave it to him. He just got this free stuff and just gave it over, and then he wants praise for it.
Yeah, that's right. And he only did it for praise, and he only did it because he thought that it might increase his chances of getting his dick wet with one of his catfish. Wasn't any selfless,
Yeah, Tiffany told him to do it, and it's the only thing he and his family and attorney could come up with as a good thing when he was in court, with Judge Woodcock. They all recited that, and it was the only thing. Is they kept bringing up They said it was like a free pallets of water, but it was like one or something. Like it wasn't like he gave him a truckload.
Yep. And g'day, the Fontella's farm, and also.
It's fam, not farm.
Oh, my bad. It is the Fontella's fam. Hello to
I say that because I thought it was farm too, and then you said it, and I looked again, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's fam." I made the same mistake.
And Heather Feather. And yeah, Sad Face 09, we can listen to Lorne's Wee Coffee song. I was actually thinking, wouldn't mind a bit of a
Yeah, why don't we take a little
palate
palate
cleanser.
cleanser?
So I'll play a bit
Yeah,
more
let's go.
while I cue it up, because I take a while to do things. So
What other stuff?
The
You
drinking.
have more stamina than we're ever gonna fucking
The
realize.
drinking is the only thing.
So when you
The drinking, and they don't want me to have anything to do with anybody that I met from the internet, like Emma, you, Winnie, Dan. And I'm telling them no, they're not going to pick who I can have for friends. They're so concerned about me having you and Emma and Dan. Well, they're not so concerned about you. When I told Bryce, I told him how much you would help me, and I told him that you're the only one that I've opened up to, like I've opened up ever. But Emma was a big one at first because when Mitchell was my probation officer before, Mitchell would go on the internet and he'd find things out that Emma was doing.
Okay. Is
Doing.
he going to be
Then he
your
then
officer
he bring
now?
it back and show me. Well, that's what the guy from the polygrapher told me, and he told me that Maria told him. So I don't know. Maybe that's why Maria hasn't contacted me.
Oh, g'day, Amanda James. Great to see you as always. And is that right? He was dumping it out so he could fucking get the money from the returning the bottles. Wow, they're like he can't even do something that would have cost him nothing as a good deed. He can't even do that. Like this, he just never stops surprising me in a terrible way. I don't know. Fucking hell. All right. Anyway, he's pissing me off now. So let's have a bit of a cool weird version song.
Get some coffee, put it in there. Boy, doesn't that taste
It's
good.
like we don't even have to watch it now. It's just perfect rendition.
Nope.
I think
I mean, you're
Shopify
just
has
jealous you can't
definitely
sing
helped
this
us and many businesses
Absolutely.
get started. Actually, my wife, she was the one that brought it to me.
Hello, everyone. For some
Hello,
reason,
everyone.
people have been wanting.
What?
Know the recipe for my wheat coffee. Oh, I'm gonna give it to you right now. Hello, everyone. For some reason, people have been wanting to know the recipe for my wheat coffee. I'm gonna give it to you right now. I'm gonna give it to you right now. This is what I do. I'll take some Folgers, put it in there, a little bit of sugar, put it in there, a little bit of creamer, put it in there. Boy, doesn't that taste good. Take some Folgers, that much, a little bit of sugar, about that much, a little bit of creamer, turn it on and make it. Boy, doesn't that taste shit. It's up to 4 cups to 3.5 scoops.
Tastes like shit.
There's the amount that I put it in. Or for 4 cups of coffee.
G'day, boss.
Go ahead, stir it and drink. Go ahead, stir it and drink. Stir it all with this, like coffee. Boy, doesn't that taste good.
No!
I can drink it all night long. It does not keep me awake. Stir it all with this, like coffee. Boy, doesn't that taste good.
No!
And I will show you the places that I said no in that chat room.
What?
Hello, everyone. For some reason, people have been wanting to know the places that I said no in that chat room. I'm going to give it to you right now. Well, I'm going to give it to you right now. So, let's concentrate on the coffee. Take some Folgers, put it in there, a little bit of sugar, put it in there, a little bit of creamer, put it in there. Boy, doesn't that taste good. Take some Folgers, that much, a little bit of sugar, about that much, a little bit of creamer, turn it on and make it. Boy, doesn't that taste
Shit!
It's up to 4 cups to 3.5 scoops.
Tastes like shit.
There's the amount that I put it in. Or for 4 cups of coffee. Go ahead, stir it and drink. Go ahead, stir it and drink. Stir it all with this, like coffee. Boy, doesn't that taste good.
No!
I can drink it all night long. It does not keep me awake. Stir it all with this, like coffee. Boy, doesn't that taste good.
No!
For all of you that want to criticize my coffee, go ahead.
This coffee smells like shit.
If you don't like my coffee, don't drink it. It's that simple.
Okay.
Some of you do really think of some really dumb things to say about some really, really dumb things. To say about some dumb things.
You have 357 voicemails that sound exactly like the Beatles used to sound.
I want you to show me. I want to feel lovely. I know you. I can go to bed.
Amazing.
Okay, there are 3 things
No,
that
we're not having any of that. Alright, thank you very much, Weird Versions. Fucking love all those songs. Let's get us all set back up here. While I do that, g'day Vexy, great to see you. And Jay Robertson, and Vast came in there during the song. I think that was everyone that came in, but hello to all of you.
Play the Kayla one.
Rob Bizarrio, and there was someone else, but I don't know where they went. So hello to yourself. Play the Kayla one. Who said that? Oh, g'day, Dinosaur Tornado.
Vast asked for it.
Well, maybe we'll do a bit more of the call. We got to get through this.
All right. All right. How much of the call do we have left?
We've got like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
If we knock it out, maybe we can end with the Kayla song.
Righto, sounds good.
We'll stop talking every 5 seconds.
When
Not
were
much
you
chance of
supposed
that.
to see her again?
Hold on, I gotta put this on mute. I gotta blow my nose.
All right.
In.
Okay.
One of the only times he's done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you use the tissue, or did you
Okay.
just blow snot rockets all over the room?
Oh, I just lifted up my t-shirt and blew my nose all over my t-shirt.
I believe that.
That's good enough.
Okay,
I used
so
a tissue.
so
Well,
Mitchell,
it's not like he laughs like it should be obvious, but it's not fucking obvious because you're fucking disgusting. Like,
may not be back.
I think he is because the polygrapher told me that Maria told him. So if Maria told him, Maria's gonna be the first one to know. Well, Bryce would be the first one to know. Then he'd tell Maria, and I guess Maria must have told the polygrapher, and the polygrapher told me.
Okay, so when
Maybe
would
that's
you
why.
normally be meeting with her?
But there is no normal.
Okay.
It's whenever she tells me to come down, or that's usually about it. Or whenever she shows up here. Then she always calls me before she shows up here just to make sure I'm home. She knows I work a lot of hours.
Well, I'm just curious what they could be doing, because it seems like any of this stuff would have to be in writing.
Well, that's what I would think too, but I haven't signed anything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're not going to suspend me from class for long. I don't know. Like, I don't know anything until they tell me.
Did they give you a paper when you were taken out of that first class?
Nope. Well, they gave me.
Nope.
Well, it's like every 3 months, I think it is. I have to
so
sign.
we might have a mystery caller. Maybe it's Lorne.
Nashville.
Hello, is that Lorne? Oh no, it's Tracy. G'day, Tracy.
Oh my gosh, how are you?
I'm good. I've actually just realised that I should have done this as a group call, so I'll figure out how to add Winnie's boyfriend / husband in there. But yeah, thanks for jumping on.
You forgot. Well, I guess it's complicated, but yeah, no problem.
Excellent. Hang on, I've figured out how to do this. We'll be all good in a second.
I'm laughing like I would know.
You there, Winnie's boyfriend / husband? Nah, still not there. Alright, we'll play the call while he figures out what he's doing.
Sign a paper with Dwayne for being in this class. I can't remember signing any paper when I get out of the first class.
Okay, so every 3 months you have to sign a paper. What does the paper say?
I don't know. I can't remember now. I read it once. I read it the first time, then I haven't read it since then because I knew I was signing the same thing. I think it's just something that saying that I have to take this class
Okay.
because of probation.
Do you think that you being removed from that first class had anything to do with them thinking that it wasn't effective?
Hey, here we go.
Maybe they felt you had to.
Kick me off, all because Tracy had to come on.
I can't.
Here we go. All right. Can everyone see my screen now?
You could have at least warned me before that. All of a sudden, I just went dead.
I didn't know that would happen. I'm not very good at this shit. I've never done the had a couple on at the same time.
I've never had a
Cornville freeway. No, so this is
this
is my first Cornville freeway.
Go somewhere else to get your treatment?
No, Maria told me I was straight. They just got a different provider. I'm like, it really pissed me off at first quite badly because I don't work with guys as well as I do with females.
Yeah, because you only want to work with females so that you can try to get in their pants. So don't work with fucking guys. And g'day, freaky gyrations. Fucking hell.
He knew
He
that
doesn't
too.
work with females either.
No, well,
apparently.
that's a good point as well. He only wants to hear hear what he wants to hear, and that's what he does. If he's not hearing what he wants to hear, he just changes it in his own mind. It kind of goes through the lawn filter and comes out different the other side.
And
Okay.
she asked me if I was going to be all right. I told her, what choice do I have?
Well, it has to be something more than that for a reason. They got a new provider to assign you to, but that doesn't mean that all of probation changed providers, because everyone who was in the class with you would have had to move too.
Well, I don't know. He was in the class in Waterville. Didn't go to the same class that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the only, well, no,
G'day, Anne O'Rourke.
he was in the same class, but he got moved to the one in Bangor. But he got moved a long time before I did.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't talk a lot. I don't talk a lot, well, especially in this class, because the guy doesn't give you a chance to talk.
Mm-hmm.
No, because you don't think you've done anything wrong.
Yeah.
So you just sit there and hope that by the end of the class they'll just pass you. You
Exactly.
fucking idiot. Or you
Pretty
don't
sad.
know what you did wrong. That's why you won't talk.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing.
I can imagine that he probably gets mad at Lauren, like, because Lauren, like, when he talks, he goes in circles, and he'll be like, so I have to get this straight in my head. I have to get this reet in my head. I was trying to get property. My sister kicked me out. Her husband, there's mac and cheese. They like,
Absolutely.
he's probably not allowed to talk.
Well, yeah, and I think what would frustrate him the most is that his refusal to engage, and when he does engage, like you say, he comes up with this ridiculous bullshit. He comes up with, I didn't get fucking, mac and cheese, or, I mean, and, you watch some of those videos that Blue Boy's done on his assignments, like, that is crazy. Like, could you imagine being the coordinator of that class, and that's what you get, him with the letter from his victim saying, oh, I'm sorry that, or you had all that bad stuff happen to you that led you to try to molest me. Like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
Like, fuck you, man. Like, I would just be, there's a reason that I'm not taking those classes, because I just couldn't cope with that. And g'day, Fly Guy,
Right.
Fly.
Really, compared to the other class, to the one that I was in with Gene. But I don't talk a lot. I stay quiet, and I listen to what other people say, and I don't say much about what
Fox.
I'm going through, because what I'm going through is just normal everyday stuff, and I don't have thoughts like they have, like the other people have.
What are you talking about?
And
You've tried to molest 3 kids that we know of. Like, what do you mean you don't have the same fucking thoughts?
He doesn't have them thoughts. He's also admitted to, when he sees stories about kids getting kidnapped and molested on the news, that he gets excited by, but he doesn't have those thoughts with his boyfriend/husband. Okay, he's trying to tell you, when are you gonna fucking listen?
So it's really not much for me to say. So I know they have a problem with me not opening up, but there's nothing for me to open up about in my life that I have now. It's stuff that I've opened up to you about.
He's got such a good life now, guys.
I think they want me to open up about, and now they're going to know everything about my past, but they don't know anything about now, because there's nothing now. Now it's just everyday stuff that the normal person thinks and does.
Well, I think that you can talk about the stuff that is in your past and the reason why you're there.
So yeah, but that I have to do that in my assignments.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to write it all down.
But he says I have to do that in my assignments. No, you have to do that in the class as well. That's what the class is for. Like, it's like he's picturing this, like, you go in there and you're like, hey guys, tell me the current thoughts you're having right now about molesting children. And he's like, oh, I'm not thinking about molesting children right now. I'm thinking about my fake girlfriend and who she's getting fucked by. So I've got nothing to share here. I'll wait for my assignments. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
He's over there like, brr.
Baby, get that fucking doctor out of our lives.
Yeah.
And read it all. But it's like it's not like I was better off in Gene's class.
Okay, but you're not in Gene's class. There's
know.
a reason why you were moved. And you were
in
there
Gene's
for
class,
4.5
talked
years.
more.
It is like Debbie is talking to a child. Like, it is just, okay, that's not, look, I know you preferred that other teacher, but that teacher's left the school now, so, you need to move on. Like, fucking hell.
But the thing is, like, and I'm just going by the assignment that you've shown me, where you didn't answer the question at all. It had nothing to do with you being an offender.
What I would have loved, how you get, like, like live reaction videos? I would have loved a Tiffany Lockhart live reaction when she got that fucking
What the
assignment.
fuck is library action?
Live reaction.
Oh, live reaction. I thought you were saying live,
He said
like
library
action. Tracy, did it sound like that?
No, I heard live reaction.
Oh my god, you're supposed to be on my team.
I mean, yeah, totally.
I thought it was some
library
stupid Australian. I thought it was some stupid Australian slang.
like Vegemite.
Like Vegemite.
Well, no, that's not slang.
Vegemite.
Slang would be like choc chip cookie.
Righto.
I'm
G'day,
bringing it back.
180 degrees.
And what you needed
Oh,
in
yeah.
order to not offend again. That was the question. You talked about the internet and how there's some people on there that might see one thing, but then they're really wanting you for money or whatever. It turned into this really weird rant.
Yeah, but okay, let me try to make this clear on what my answer was, because I know what it was that made my head go scatterbrain, and it was what I allowed everybody to do. So what I actually need to not offend again is to not allow people to do that same stuff to me again. To not allow people to use me, and to not put myself in that same position I was in. Does that make
Well,
sense?
this is why
Or
you're
just
in the
not
class.
use the computer. Or just not be a pedophile.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm pretty sure if I remember this call correctly, Debbie points this out in a second, but he's essentially saying the only thing that can stop him from trying to rape another kid is if no one fucks him over again. Like, so basically,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's even more reason why you should never be off probation, because life fucks people over, yeah? Like, even people who are not lawn, even decent people get fucked over by shit in life. So it's just, he's just blowing in the wind, no control over his own actions. If someone comes along and isn't nice to him again, sorry, kids, but, it's all over.
Right.
Little asshole.
Class, Lauren.
Library action.
Because no, that doesn't make sense.
G'day, Drive
I know you're
137.
looking for a completely different answer from me for that has to do with kids, and that
Here's
has to
the
do
thing.
with sexual thoughts.
Oh, g'day, UFO Def Cult.
It's not about me looking for an answer. I don't care what the answer is. But the point is, you're looking at it from the perspective of what happened in Nashville. But that is not when you became a sex offender. That's when you became known.
It goes all the way before that, to when I realized what people were doing, but I didn't do anything about it, and I just turned to somewhere where somebody wasn't going to use me. Then when I was down in Nashville, I was all fucked up. Why was it different? I don't know.
Well, because you're saying, well, I was all fucked
to,
up then. So what about before, when it was happening?
Well, I try to figure out why I went younger than I did.
Well, I think
I try to figure out why I did that.
I think that
Because you're a fucking pervert.
it was because she just happened to be that age. I think that if Kayla was 14 or 15, it would have been the same conversation. It wouldn't have mattered.
Julia Weingartner, I think you missed the point. Yep. I think you did too.
You're probably right. It wouldn't have mattered. Sucks so much to have to fucking think about this
Oh,
shit.
it sucks so much.
Figure it all out, because just blows my mind.
Figure
that I have to put myself in this position.
And g'day, Turtlehead too. C3W has been giving me shit for time and has been spending all kinds of time with Jeffrey making sausages. Well, he said I handled it well, to be fair. And g'day you, Super J.
That's why I read
He
that.
said you handled it
It's
well.
so fucking hard for me to read that.
Because
Reading
why?
that fucking thing.
Why do you hate it?
Because it hurts me to know that I that I'm the one that said that stuff.
It may have been a little bit different when you were talking to, but it was the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing that you have to think about, and you have to process, and you have to put that kind of stuff in your answer. Can't dodge it, because ultimately what you're saying is to keep from molesting children. It's going to depend on other people to not use you.
I know, and that's not what I wanted. That's not the way I wanted to say.
You just
It's
said
not.
it.
Exactly.
I know it's not.
And you wanted her to
I can't
accept
say
it.
it's those other
Yeah, like he just wants to say it, and then we'll just move on.
people's faults. I mean, it's their fault for
False.
wanting to use someone else. But it's not their fault that I allowed it. It's my
Right.
fault that I allowed it.
Yes. It's not their fault that you then turn that around and put your focus onto these young girls.
No, it's all my fault that I did that.
Right.
It's been hard to come to terms with it.
Yeah. But I feel like you haven't even come to terms.
Oh, I've come to terms with it.
I think
I've
there's
definitely come to terms with it that I have. Reading that fucking chat log, it's hard for me to think that I'm the one that fucking said that shit. But I mean, it's all right there, and that's why it's so hard for me to read them. Oh fuck! It's hard for me to read them
Oh,
things.
here comes the crocodile tears.
It's so hard for him to read it.
Why does he always say like Jesus, like as if he can't believe that was him, or that like must have been somebody else's out of body experience? He's always like Jesus.
Yeah.
God.
Well, that's right. He says, I can't believe it's him, but like it's happened several times. Like he acts like this is just one thing.
Yeah.
He's been a great guy up until now. This happened. How did this happen? Like it's consistent behavior. And yeah, I'd be keen to watch that that video you made, Sean McClure, on his I Couldn't Say No defense. And if you want to put the link to your channel in the chat, if you want to whack it in the chat, I'll pin it so everyone can go and check that out. I'm sure it'll be great.
Penis and vagina and all that fucking crap.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But even beyond that, like I mentioned before, it's not just that, because that is enough. You're right. But it's all the other stuff too, about wanting this little girl to be a woman for you.
I know.
And that's the thing that was happening with too. You wanted her to be a woman for you. And there's a lot there, I feel like, that we haven't talked about. I really do, because especially the story of you going there, I think that there's a lot of missing pieces.
Well, there was a lot of feelings between me and.
There was feelings with you.
Because, yeah, well, I know there was feelings too.
Well, she was a child, Lauren.
I know, but
well, no, you don't know clearly. Like it doesn't matter if you think she had feelings. She's a child. She can't make, what's the word? She can't understand those feelings for a much older man.
Have feelings.
Yeah, he was gross. He wasn't even cute. Like, we had feelings for like Justin Timberlake, actual Justin Timberlake, not this version of Justin Timberlake, but actual
Tracy,
Justin not this guy, but like he was not the looker that he's trying to make himself out to be.
He was definitely not cute, Bill Good.
Ramona Sniper, yeah, they're bleeping Molly. She hadn't come out yet, like the chat log reading, I don't think.
Chat log. G'day, Sprinkle Cake. Good to see you. And yeah, we are still live, Cyber Squeak.
No, they don't.
And we've picked up people on the call as well. So Tracy's here as well now.
You never fell in love with anyone when you were in high school?
She is not someone. First of all, no.
And that would be other high school.
He thinks he just slam dunked on Tiffany right there.
Yeah.
Like
if she's going to be what? You know what I did? I was in love with my boyfriend at high school. I take it all back, Lorne. I completely understand how you trying to fuck a kid is all good because you guys had feelings. Fucking
And
dickhead.
then the other thing is that she was a freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my brother and sister-in-law were freshmen when
Exactly.
actually sophomores when they started dating.
Okay,
in
good
school.
for them. But their
And they're still together
relationship
today.
changed when they became adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Right.
Sprinkle Cake, you are welcome anytime. If you ever want to jump on a stream with me, just say the word. That would be awesome.
Hey, jump on this one. Everybody, just
And
jump
also
on this one. Come on,
Cybersqueak,
everybody.
Cybersqueak, Bigfoot, Dink, Leva, especially. That I don't know. Have you guys heard that stream? I think she said it was taken down, but Cybersqueak did a stream and she was talking about Bigfoot and I know, right? And conspiracy.
Get that baby out of our lives.
Right, get that baby out of our lives. He's over here trying to burp because he doesn't fucking love me. So there's that, but yeah, we're fellow Bigfoot Dink lovers. Yeah. Basically, hopefully NBC will give us our own show that we're searching for Bigfoot Dink. So yeah, I'm just gonna plug that now.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But yeah, like yeah, Sprinkle Cake. If you want to jump on, either hit me up on Discord or Skype or email, and that'd be fun.
I understand that. It's just I'm not gonna say that somebody that age doesn't fall in love with someone, because they do it because it's feelings that get involved.
It's
even
not.
though I know
it's
that
not.
They
It's
have
not,
feelings for people their own age, like, and even that, you know, all the hormones and stuff going on, like a lot of like it's I hate it. I hate everything about what he's saying right now. And g'day, Moton G, Amoni's dad, and also Ellison Marie Armstrong. Great to see you both.
I think he's trying to justify this because it makes him feel better telling himself that Molly loved him, like, because not a lot of people do. So I think he's trying to hold on to that and argue with Tiffany, because if he agrees that she couldn't really love him, then that's one person down in the few people that may love Lauren.
Yeah, look, that's a good that's a good point. Like, I mean, I was kind of more along the lines. He just thinks that if he can say, look, she loved me, then it, you know, any potential, like what he did wasn't as bad, which it changes nothing. But knowing the stupid fucking way Lorne's mind works, I could see him thinking that, well, it's not rape because she loves me. But I also think you are right there. It's deeper for him, that like, because he haven't had many people in his life that he thinks loved him, and so he thinks if I lose that, like, you know, it's just down to my mom, you know. So I do think that is a good point. As much as I usually don't think you make any good points, I think you got one there.
Thank you.
G'day, Dana Velez.
Their brain is different.
Their brain is different. It is not developed yet. They don't understand. That is why there is a law.
That's what I was trying to say.
Called statutory rape, because a child does not have that understanding. They are not able to make those decisions, even if they say yes. That yes means nothing.
I know. What you said, that's what I was trying to say.
Do you think that if you asked her today...
And exactly, Amanda James, he should be embarrassed by that to say that he fell in love with a 15-year-old when he was 30-something. That is definitely something you should be embarrassed about, but not old Lorne.
What she thinks of you, she's going to say, oh, Lauren, I loved him.
He does look like he's in his 30s, though, right now, to be fair. Right, guys? Right?
I don't know what she said today. Everybody said when I was that age.
He looks like he was born in the 1930s.
Yeah, that's true. G'day, Pee Wee the Great. I can't remember if I said hello to you, but if not...
I lust over women. Or over females.
1930.
Girls my age.
Right, girls your age. You didn't have someone in their 30s going after you.
Even a year older than me was stretching it.
So you're talking about kids that are around your age.
This is part of what I'm saying is things that I have to figure out. Why the hell did I wind up thinking that it was all right when I knew it wasn't? Because even when I was 16, I didn't want to date the 15-year-old.
Okay.
What I had always pictured was my brother and his wife getting married at 18, and I always pictured that. Then I turned 18, and it's like, well, hell, I don't want to get married. I'm not ready to get married yet. I'm 18 years old. So why the hell would I want to get married now?
Right. Okay.
When I turned 19, I went out with a 29-year-old.
So what is the point here?
That also isn't true, because all Lauren wants is to be married. He makes it to be like, yeah, and then I grew up and I was like, I don't want to be married. I want to be a bachelor. But it's he craves that so badly to be married. So I don't believe him when he says that. He would have gotten married at 16 if he could.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's the same.
Supposed to be 13.
Supposed
to be 13.
And that's the thing too. Like when he goes on about, he was slutting around and all that kind of stuff, and he only wanted one night stands. They wanted more, but I didn't. Like that is such bullshit. If they wanted more, I mean, he didn't have the one night stand in the first place, in my opinion. But if they did want more, you would have been over the fucking moon. Like if they were like, Lorne, this was great. Like I know we probably just saw it was the one night thing, but I would like to see more of you. He would be like, what are you doing this Saturday? Let's get married. Like fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like he's not only a liar, he's a stupid liar, because all of his actions show the exact opposite of what he tries to claim.
Yeah. The point is,
can I just clear something up real quick?
Span of years, my thinking changed.
I did say Bachelor, but that's from an old Bapsby video from like 3 years ago. So I didn't coin that. But I did say Bachelor to people in the chat.
I'm sure, I'm sure Bapsby was, about to come at you, but she'll back down now.
Not today. Not today.
Changed a lot from when I was younger to as I got older. So why I would think that.
And g'day, Fizzy and Amanda James. I cannot wait for this new book. I was floored when you guys were talking about that on the latest stream. I hope that that is going to be happening soon, because the fact that he wrote a teen romance and that the girl in its last name is Moore is just it seems like it's another thing that it just seems like he has done for our benefit. Like, you guys are going to fucking get a kick out of this one. I mean, clearly he hadn't, because he wrote it in jail before all this, but it is just too amazing for words. It is just amazing.
Oh my gosh. Horrible author, horrible human being, horrible. He can't do anything. He's like the Dr. Seuss of prison. I can't with this guy.
I mean, that should be the forward in his book. Horrible author, horrible human being. Or horrible author, worst human being.
It would actually. I'm trying to fucking tell you exactly what you just said. It's impossible for a 16-year-old to fall in love. I'm just going through the motions of what my thinking was, so I can make myself realize that that's true. It's impossible for a 15 or 16-year-old to fall in love. Do you understand what I'm doing now?
Do you get it? Debbie?
Do you get it?
He's going real big brain now.
No one still understands him.
Try to keep up, What a fucking idiot. And he's going. He needs to rationalize right now that having sex with kids is wrong. I'm trying to understand it. I hear what you say like that. It reminds me of our Prime Minister, who just got voted out over the weekend. He was an absolute nightmare for a lot of reasons, but there was this big scandal over here where...
Oh, here we go. Cornville Freeway getting political. I come here to laugh at Lauren, not to hear you go on about, politics this and politics that.
We're here for the Democracy Manifest, and we all know this.
You're welcome to hang up. Don't let me keep you.
He's genuinely mad at me for interrupting him now.
Anyway, as I was saying, we had this big scandal over here where a couple of like parliamentary aides accused some members of parliament of sexual assault, which I mean, by the balance of evidence, it looks like that is exactly what happened. But he was reluctant to do an inquest into it, but then he had a press conference where essentially he came out and said, you know, I spoke to my wife and my daughter last night and like summed it up as basically, I understand rape is wrong now, essentially. Like, it was, he worded it different to that, but essentially the crux he said, oh, well, I talked to a couple of females and I now get that rape is wrong. Like, and I just sat there, I'm like, this is
what?
Our Prime Minister. Like I say, he worded it a bit different. It was basically like, you know, I had a really good talk with my wife last night, and to understand everything that's going on here and the thoughts and emotions that these young women would be having. And
That reminds me of that.
We'll be having an inquiry now, but which essentially is him saying that they explained to me that rape's bad. Like, fucking awesome.
That reminds me of that part in the Harry Potter movies. I don't know if it's the first one, the second one, who knows? I know, right? So I don't know which one it was, but when Hagrid character tells him that he's a wizard, he's like, I'm a what? That's always what comes to mind when I'm like, wait, what?
You're a pedophile, Lorne.
Yeah, I'm a what?
G'day, weird versions.
He's gonna chew me out after this stream.
What's that?
I said you're gonna chew me out after this stream for interrupting you.
Oh, shut up! You're just like Lorne. You love the attention.
I don't know. I mean, we talked about a lot of this stuff before.
I was using myself as an example and talking about my teenage years and going into it.
Hey, g'day, hardcore poetry, and thanks again for the songs weird versions. We did the week coffee one, and we're going to finish up with the Kayla song. Sorry, mate.
Also, sorry. I was just going to say real quick. Anytime I hear somebody say teenage years, speaking of politicians, there's a politician in America. His name's Orrin Hatch, and he was a part of like when Justice Kavanaugh, when he was, there was all that drama around his nomination, and Orrin Hatch says, he's basically saying, so if it's something that he would have done early on, but he goes, and we're prying into something from his teenage years, like he like teenage years. He's like teenage years, like his voice goes up like 8 octaves. So anytime I hear somebody say teenage years, I just see Orrin Hatch in my brain, like teenage years.
That's awesome.
Seriously, look it up. It's great.
Okay.
I will.
The way our minds work.
Of how I felt. I was going back and thinking of how I felt back then, and then as my thinking got changed.
But it is funny how your minds work like this. Like whenever I hear someone say, "Oh my god!" Now I hear that in that one of the Tiffany calls where like she's making fun of him, and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like that's exactly how I hear it.
Right. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
The Hornet in the car.
I don't think it was the Hornet in the car. Like
the baby's
The baby's with us.
I think.
Oh, we've got 4 on the call now.
I think, wasn't that the call? Right? Wasn't that the call with the Hornet in the car where he was like, I just had to get a Hornet out of my car, and she's like, oh my god.
Oh, look, it might have been actually. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you might be right. But it was something where he just said something, like, something shocking.
Yeah, there was a Hornet in his car.
Oh my god.
Which unfortunately he noticed, because I kind of wish that it would have just like stung him, but whatever.
Yes, he just put battery acid on it. But and I'm sure you'd all agree that was a perfect Tiffany impersonation. Like it was almost like she was on the call.
Oh my!
It was like
what you
it was
said.
spooky. It was spooky.
Possible for a 16-year-old to fall in love.
Right. Or when they're 13, 14, 15. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I had to go through thinking of my own years before I realized what you said was true.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh
so
my
you
god.
know now that there were no feelings on her side. They weren't the same as yours.
No, they weren't the same as mine at all.
No,
Right.
they were not the same as
That
yours.
never should have happened.
Right. It never should have happened.
Not at all. Not at all.
Now it's on your mind.
I'm just thinking about a lot of stuff. I have a ton of questions because, like I
Well,
said,
ask
I
away.
feel like when you went and traveled
He's an open book. And g'day, Sanjata.
to go and see her, I feel like there's more there that you're not wanting to necessarily admit to because it's going to be difficult.
To admit to, or
Yeah.
to talk about.
Well, talk about
Is it-
admitting. I mean, because essentially,
Admitting
Admit.
what?
well, I mean, when you say things like, I was going there to see her, even though you're both seeing each other on camera anyway, so you weren't going to get anything extra out of it in talking or anything like that. And then there was no plan of going somewhere else when the first location didn't work. I feel like you were really nervous and you were probably thinking, if something were to go wrong here, if she tells me, oh yeah, actually, let's go to this McDonald's, and then To Catch a Predator happens there. Do you know what I mean?
You want to know exactly what I was thinking? From the time I left the house to going there, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to know what the plan was to really understand it and to really be able to put it together so that something makes sense.
Okay. That night, I wasn't going to go, but I sat down at the computer and I started talking to her.
Fucking
And-
hell. Yeah,
Right,
strap,
me either.
strap in, guys. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God.
G'day, DMA.
All I had what I had in my head was that I promised her that I was going to go. So I hadn't brought a bracelet yet. Or
You
condoms.
didn't promise her. You begged her for her address and counted down the days for 3 weeks. It wasn't
Absolutely.
like it was just a little promise.
Absolutely. Like, he's like, oh, well, I wasn't going to go. I had that guy that was going to buy me all those beers, but I did promise I'd molest her. So, what,
Yeah, he
Was
doesn't
it?
realize that's what how he sounds. Yeah.
a promise is a promise.
Wasn't he
Crazy.
saying wasn't he bugging her until her parents were home? Like, are your parents gone yet? Are your parents gone yet?
Yes.
Who's gonna be
Absolutely.
home? Like, are your neighbors gonna be home? What kind of
Those
trees you got in your
calls-
backyard? Like, he was.
Yeah. Do you have much woods?
Those calls from
Yeah.
the day of
He's-
this thing, those calls where he's like giddy about it and he's in the shower and he's like, ooh, he's so happy. So it's bullshit when he brings all that
Absolutely.
up that he
Like,
weren't gonna go.
he's kettling or out of control. He's like, he's talking to her in the fucking shower. That's how excited he is. He wouldn't let her get off the phone
Oh yeah.
because he wanted to work himself all the way up. So, not that anyone.
Why are you rushing?
Yeah, exactly. Why
Yeah.
are you rushing? And like, not that
My
anyone
cigarette.
gives what?
I said, I'm almost done with my cigarette.
Yeah. I'm always done with my cigarette. But like, not that anyone gives any credence whatsoever to this stuff. But if any of this was true, he wouldn't be all excited and kettling and all this kind of stuff. He'd be saying things like, "Look, I know he planned on this, but I'm starting to get really worried about this. But there was none of that. He was so fucking happy. Like, it was the best. And that's what's so great about when Chris comes up, because he instantly went from the happiest he's ever been in his life to his life basically being over. And it is just fuel. Like, it is so good. And g'day, High Stakes Games.
Literally was like, "Hey, girl." Like,
No, that's the voice of someone that
Sounds
doesn't
like
want to be there, Tracy.
yeah.
Oh, no. I was
bought-
talking about when you were in Maine.
Oh, when I was in Maine.
Yeah.
But to go down to Nashville, I didn't meet her until I
No.
got down to Nashville.
No.
What are you
He's
talking
so
about?
dumb.
When you went with Tony on your little trip.
Oh, and I went with Tony on my little trip. Well,
the real girl you tried to molest. Are we on the same page now?
I already told you that, and there's no more to the story than that. We wasn't gonna talk to each other or anything like that. We were gonna go to the same
Oh my god.
fair or
He's
whatever
such
it
a
was
liar.
So
that was
crazy.
going on, just so we could see each other, not actually talk, but just see each other. And that was it.
But that doesn't make sense.
So at the time, it made sense to us.
Thank you, Tiffany.
'Cause we just wanted to see each other in person versus over cam.
But why?
Just to know that the other one was actually real, even though.
Why
we
wouldn't
see
she be
each other-
real if she's in a camera in front of you? And why wouldn't you be real if you're in front of a camera with her?
I guess just after seeing each other over cam so long, we wanted to see each other in person.
But if you can't talk to each other, what is the point?
I don't know. We had it at the time, but I don't remember what it
No,
was.
you say we. I want to know what your.
No, yeah, you. It was your plan, Lauren. It wasn't we. It was you.
They got together and formulated this master plan. Okay, so we're gonna.
This is.
We're not going to meet
87th
anywhere.
Street all over.
Yeah. We're not going to actually have a meeting place because that would be... No, we're not going to have a meeting. There's going to be a meeting place, but none of them seem to understand where that meeting place was. We're just going to look across the field at each other, nod politely, and go about our separate ways. Fucking idiot.
That sounds like literally me in high school. Okay, I know what you mean. Meeting place. No, Teresa, that's not exactly what I'm saying. Okay, I get what you mean. Meeting place. Got it. Noted. Okay. Like, me in my younger years, like Lauren was saying.
Well, that's what, Lorne's still mentally in his younger years, so.
Yeah.
My point was just to be able to see her in person.
But why? You want to see her body better? You wanted to what?
Just to see her in person. Yeah, and I guess to see her body better, to see her face better, to see her be moving around better.
Moving around?
like as if she's a fish moving around better.
Like sitting there on webcam, like, oh, I can't really see your full range of motion there. We better meet at the fair. Like, what a fucking idiot! Hey, g'day, Shins Koala.
I guess that must have been the reason.
So were you just gonna lock eyes or something?
Yeah.
And stare at each other? That's fucking weird.
It is. Well, it is fucking weird. All jokes aside, it's fucking weird. It sounds rapey and kidnappy to me. And, like, I just keep coming back to the, well, we just wanted to see each other and we just wanted to see each other move better. Like, it was like he's sitting there and the webcam was too close up and he's like, oh, I can't see you moving, baby. She's like, well, I'll just move back from the webcam. No. I'm coming up there to see you.
I'm coming up the corner.
I can't see you moving, berber.
Yeah. And Honest in the chat says a crackhead would have made a better plan.
No, not we. You.
What I'm saying.
This is your brain on crack. This is your brain on 87.
Yes, your brain on 87.
Her and I thought that's all that we were going to do.
I'll take the
crack.
crack.
Not going to talk to each other. We was not going to go up to each other and say anything. We were just going to see each other.
Did you spell out the rules to her to make sure she understood? Because it was really important that no one knew because you could get in trouble.
That was actually what her and I both agreed on. Part of it was her saying it. It wasn't just me. I weren't the only one that was saying it. Because she didn't want her friend seeing me. She didn't want to have to answer questions to her friend.
Why do you think that is, Lauren? Why do you think she doesn't want her friends to see you?
I wouldn't either want my friends to see this 30-year-old balding guy that I've been talking to on the internet.
Why's your granddad here, Molly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why's your Uncle Tessie here, Molly? What's up with that guy?
So why didn't you go somewhere else and do the same thing?
Because I had a job to do.
But you had the...
And he is nothing but the highest work ethic. Well, I was going to molest you, but I've got to go to work.
Captain America.
Yeah, exactly. The state of the nation was dependent on it. G'day, Guru.
We're there already.
Yeah, but I couldn't wait another day to do that.
You didn't have to go to that place.
And yes, Honest says, knowing Lorne, this was after Lorne found out she flashed some guy and he was going to stalk her. To be honest, that is what I in my head at least, after listening to all this bullshit, that is pretty much what I've settled on. Like, I do not think that she knew he was coming, and I do think this was all to, go and try to catch her with that fucking guy that she flashed.
Why didn't you go somewhere else?
I don't know. I never gave it any thought at the time.
But what do you think right now about that?
If it was back then and I would have thought about it back then, then maybe might have mentioned going to another place to meet or to see each other.
Goes with your theory that he, was going up to meet her because there was no backup plan. She didn't know he was coming, so there is no other place to meet because she didn't know he was there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's what. There's so many holes in this story, and when there's this many holes, I mean, obviously he is lying, but he is.
Holes, you mean?
Yeah, like he is covering something. He is covering something much darker up, because at the end of the day, even in his lies, what he is happy to admit to is that he was planning to go and meet. I'm not getting into this fucking meeting place bullshit. He was happy to go and meet an underage girl. That's what he is happy to admit to avoid telling the actual truth. So the actual truth is darker than meeting an underage girl.
Back then.
Yeah.
But right now, what do I think about it? I wouldn't do it now.
You wouldn't do what now?
I wouldn't meet anybody underage.
Well, I should hope not. And I should hope you wouldn't be.
Well done. Come on, guys. Come on. Claps in the chat.
Talking to me either.
G'day, pizza driver.
No, well, I try to steer myself away from them. So I don't
try to steer
That's
yourself
good.
away.
Well, it sucks in a way because I'd like to be able to do things for, like St. Jude's and cancer and stuff like that.
Well,
Kids don't want or need anything from you. It's just
ridiculous. I mean, send them
What do you
your
mean
money.
to them?
Well, what is it that it sucks? I don't understand. Why can't you send them money?
Well, I can send them money. It's just,
Okay.
I like being able to do things for kids. Well, like when I was in the Air Force, I was coach of a mini-mite basketball team.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
I could not. Those kids were ruined for life. They probably learned so many bad things in basketball that it ruined their chances at playing basketball ever again.
Why does he fancy himself like some kind of like modern day Kobe Bryant? I don't think he was that good.
No.
He tells that story. He tells that story where he was like the youngest. He was the only middle school or sixth grader on the eighth grade team or some bullshit, and then he had to quit because he needed to get his own job to help mom. And that all the kids hated him because he was so good that because he left the team they sucked, so all the kids shunned him. That's just in his own brain.
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking away, they're gonna miss me.
Yeah.
That's how he justifies or how he explains it to himself that nobody likes him in school. It's only because he quit the basketball team.
Yeah. We're in what?
I'm sure no one liked him at school. I don't think that's why.
Well, that's right. But that's how he justifies head to make. Because what if he even was in the basketball team at all anyway? How it would have happened is he would have gone up to the coach and he's like, oh, I don't have time for it. I got to go help my mom and all that kind of stuff. And the coach would be like, oh, okay, Lord, look, sorry to see you go, mate. And then he would have gone, oh, he's sorry to see me go. The team's going to be fucked without me.
But he's all of literally like 5'2". We've seen pictures of him like full body. He is not tall. I'm almost certain I would bet money on it that he's not coordinated. Like, there's nothing there.
He can't even start a generator. There's no way he's hitting a 3-pointer.
Nah, absolutely. It's just all bullshit. It would have been like, when you're young at school and you play everything. Like, it's before rep teams or before like high school where, if people want to try to make a serious crack at, say, basketball in there, it's just like, PE or whatever you guys would call it. And like everyone has a go at basketball and that kind of shit. Like that's what it would have been. He would have done, but he would have viewed that as, walking away from his future career,
Right. He's walking away at the top of his game. He's like Barry Sanders.
He left it all out on the court.
Yeah.
I can't remember the age range.
Such a
The oldest one, I think, was like 8 years old.
Okay. So
Why
can't you
shouldn't be reminiscing about the time you were around multiple young kids, Lauren. Just stop bringing it up.
Exactly. That's another thing that, things you don't want to hear pedophiles say. I don't want him to have written the children's book that he has. I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, pedophiles shouldn't be writing kids' books. They shouldn't be, mournfully reminiscing that they can no longer take fucking junior league or whatever he's talking about here. Like, don't talk about kids. And g'day, Miss Beanhave.
Money.
I can donate money.
Okay, great.
Then
so
do
then do that. What else were you planning on doing? You want to be a coach?
Well, I don't now because you got to steer them to stay away from it now.
Right. But I'm asking you, what are you wanting to do that you're missing out on?
Just being able to do stuff for youth to help them out.
Okay, but like what?
It's like foster kids. Stop getting frustrated.
Fucking spit it out. You know what I mean?
Well, how do you want me to spit out what I don't know exactly what's in my head yet?
Answer the fucking question.
Right.
Well,
just tell the truth.
Relax.
Hey, fuck you, relax.
Why does he
30
get
years
so
ago,
frustrated? Like, don't get frustrated with me. I can tell you're getting frustrated with me. Sitting on my ass. Like, that's his life story.
Yeah. That's it. Don't get frustrated with me. Well, stop being fucking frustrating. Because it would be very fucking frustrating.
Coach the basketball team.
I know.
Holy Christ.
Donate your money if that's what you want to do.
It's like I look at these kids that are in foster care.
Stop looking at kids, Lorne.
And the hard time that they have.
What is he talking about? Like, would he want to be a foster father? Are you fucking kidding me? What a nightmare. Like, if only I could get off probation.
There's a movie about this. Doesn't Freddy Krueger start this way? He's a pedophile, like, of the town, and then they all kill him.
This is the origin story.
Life, because they don't have somebody there to do things with. There's stuff like that I would like to have done.
Fortunately,
you're
not going to be able to do that. No.
See, it's even...
No.
Can't do that now anyway, so no sense in even thinking about that.
Right.
But it's like children's book, like me writing the children's book.
No.
To donate that. Donate those funds going to St. Jude's and other children's places.
Well, you can't now because he gave...
Well, Shin's asked us what did Lorne wear for his Molly date. So what does everyone reckon he rocked up in?
He probably wore almost the exact same outfit.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking probably the same outfit but with jeans because, the whole baggy pants that he wore for his date with Kayla was all down to that she was going to jerk him off in the car ride home. So
can you imagine what a nightmare? Poor kid. I'm so glad that was a decoy.
Absolutely. And that's it. I mean, that's what it's. You don't even want to think about it if Kayla was real. If Kayla was real, and then obviously there wasn't a sting, so none of this was known about. It just the outcome would be
he's a nightmare of Cornville.
The nightmare of Cornville. But yeah, I reckon jeans and an ill-fitting and shirt with holes in it. I don't think he would have dressed up. Although Lorne would probably jeans, he would probably class that as being dressed up. But seeing that I think this was a surprise attack, I don't think he would have wore the loose shorts,
I think she probably didn't know that he was going there, and it just doesn't. None of it makes sense. This guy, he's talking about it like it was just a plan. Like, on the fly. Like he's 7, when you're a teenager, you don't know what's going on. You don't have plans. You don't really understand like what's going on hour by hour. He's playing it off like, oh, I didn't really know, what was happening. He was 30. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
he knew exactly what was happening.
Exactly. And Shins, what do you think he would wear? I'd be keen to know. And anyone else in
Gave
the
it
chat.
to me. It's mine.
I know. Don't worry. I wasn't thinking about taking that back. I can always write another book.
And you know what? I just and we're playing. I should have mentioned we're playing this call off Noble Cyborg's Noble Cyborg Savages channel. So make sure you check that out there if you want to hear it without our interruptions. But I didn't realise, but I accidentally had the subtitles turned on. And what I loved about that is he said, I weren't thinking about that, but the subtitles actually said, was it? Like the subtitles like, no, motherfucker. No, we are not saying words.
So you must have liked the book because you still want to keep that.
Well, I'm just saying that you gave it to me. And so when you talk about you wanted to publish it and donate the money, you can't.
I know. Don't worry. I wasn't thinking about going back on that. That meant a lot to me that you accepted it.
Don't turn it into like this love thing.
Oh,
She really has feelings for me. She's just trying to
Oh,
deny
shut
it.
up.
That's what you do. And then the next time that we have to go through this cycle again, when you go crazy, you're going to say, yeah, but you kept the book. Obviously, you have feelings for me.
I'm not going to say that.
Well, good.
I'm not going to say that. It was for your birthday.
He's going to say
that.
that.
Get you to take the damn thing. I was mad because you were arguing with me about taking it.
I've always wanted a children's book for my birthday.
Well, now you got one.
Cool. So
You
I
take
can
her
go and do all the
seriously.
work to get it published and
Hey,
everything else.
Don't ask for everything. I wrote it and the pictures are drawn.
Right.
Pictures.
What, you want me to go publish it for you and everything too?
Can I go now?
You can if you want to.
Okay, bye.
Love it. And so that's that, guys. That's Can I go now? All right. So let's finish with the Kayla song. So I'll cue that up. So talk to the people, guys, while I do that.
So Tracy, how are you?
I'm good, wibbish, like Vast ravioli. Wow, Vast ravioli calls you.
Vast ravioli.
Right.
I just would like to make a public service announcement that is Vast's name for me. So she coined it. So everybody has to figure out a different name to call me. So it's not, I didn't make the rules. It's just Vast has been messaging me in private. She's very upset when people call me that. So I just want to put it out there. Fuck no, I'm clearly joking. Come on.
Clearly, there was nothing clear about.
Baby, what the fuck?
Baby, what the fuck?
Oh my God, I love when Cyber Squeak says that. River, what the fuck?
All right, here we are.
I like the porn you sent me.
Have you ever heard of the Beatles?
I think so.
Okay, well, it sounds exactly like the Beatles used to sound.
Why don't you sing for me?
Okay, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Kayla. Kayla. You sound so sweet. Kayla. Kayla. You sound so sweet.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I still got that chest cold hanging on to me a little bit.
I'm sorry. That's okay. I still love you.
Oh, good. You better.
Sing for me.
Let me finish my sandwich. Give me one.
What kind of sandwich is it?
Bologna.
Bologna.
Did you hear me chewing?
Yeah.
Yee. Kayla. Kayla. You sound so sweet. Kayla. Kayla. You sound so sweet.
Thank you.
Are you anxious to
touch my penis. My precious little princess.
Lawrence, you're so sweet. I like it when you call me that.
Huh?
I like it when you call me that.
Huh?
I like it when you call me that.
Huh?
Why don't you sing for me?
Okay, well, it sounds exactly like the Beatles used to sound.
Okay.
Okay, love. Hey, love. You sound so sweet.
Wow.
Hey, love. Hey, love. You are so precious.
Thank you. What do you think?
I'm thinking I wish I was there with you right now. If I was, you'd be naked.
What?
Well,
What?
You must really like me to want to talk to me that long.
I gotta go.
Okay, why are you rushing?
Why does it sound like you're putting makeup on? Why are you putting makeup on at this time of night? 12:30 at night? Why? You better not be putting makeup on for that son of a bitch.
Little bit.
Why the fuck do you want to look good for this motherfucker? To cheat on your boyfriend?
Uh-huh.
You planning on fucking making out with a fucking doctor?
Uh-huh.
You are putting fucking makeup on for the fucking doctor.
Uh-huh.
Why would she do this, huh?
Is that motherfucker in you? Is he fucking in you? Are you fucking cheating on me?
Little bit.
I love that. Doesn't look like Humongous in the in the chat. Loved it. Sorry, Hugh. And so we're just wrapping up there, guys. But g'day to Kathy Mack and Killing Ass, and anyone else that kind of came in there through that song. So yeah, Dieva Swan. Yeah. So thanks very much, and thank you both, Winnie's boyfriend / husband and Tracy Hamill for jumping on here.
Superstar. It's
here
Tracy
tonight.
Hamill, superstar. Get it
Tracy
right.
Hamill,
Oh my
superstar.
Hamill, superstar. Thank you.
It's so funny. I need my star on the Walk of Fame next.
Absolutely, and more, most importantly, thank you to everyone that joined us in the chat. It's always so great to see you, and it's you guys that.
Nah, they can fuck off.
That is Winnie's boyfriend / husband does not speak for Cornville Freeway. Represent Cornville Freeway.
I do for Tracy.
Yes. So all going to plan. I should be streaming each night for the rest of this week. So we've got Taking a Broad Tuesdays tomorrow with Eel Reeg again. And Evil Little Big Nuggets on Thursday, and then Cyber Squeak on. Well, no, actually, I get my days around Wednesday for Evil Little Big Nuggets, and then Thursday for Cyber Squeak. So yeah, anything from you guys before we sign off?
Well, thank you for having me on last minute. I always have a good time here, but
No,
Wibbish never wants me on his channel, so
yeah,
I gotta go elsewhere.
No, you're always welcome on mine. Always welcome on mine, Tracy. Open invitation, and we will we'll have a chat a bit later and work out when we can do that full stream that we were planning for tonight.
Yes, when you're not cheating on me.
And Winnie's boyfriend / husband, anything from you?
No, I hope to be streaming later this week. Like I said before, I'm out on a work conference, but I was super bored because I'm stuck in a hotel, so I can't stream, so why not just hijack Cornville Freeway stream?
Perfect.
But I'm hoping maybe Wednesday, Thursday. Well, I'll definitely be streaming Friday for the TCAP watch party, but I'll see about Wednesday or Thursday before Cornville kicks off if I can do a short stream. But don't count on it, but I will definitely be back on Friday.
Lovely. All right,
Yay.
thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it. This has been a whole lot of fun. And don't forget to delete your archives.
Okay, bye.